story begins, a sword family that dominates half of the world, the Runkendell family, a renowned sword family, whose members are born with both a strong physique and exceptional talent, that has rules over world with overwhelming force, combat, conquer, control. These three virtues of the law of the jungle are everything that's the family that I was born into. I am Jin Runkendell, the youngest son of the Runkendell family. In the selection ceremony, where each child's future is predicted, I selected the Patriarch's sword. I was the child that was destined to become the Patriarch. The head of family said, "So you've chosen Barisada? How interesting." I had thought that my future would only be full of success and fame as well, but, does that even make sense? I had zero talent in swordsmanship. A man said, "How can someone from the Runkendell family be that lousy at using a sword?" Runkendell's embarrassment, Runkendell's disgrace. Someone far below the average in the Runkendell family. The worst stunts of the Runkendells. Haytona Runkendell, one of the siblings of Jin. Haytona said, "Are you swinging that useless wooden sword again?" Daytona said, "Leave him be. I guess he does not want to wield the sword unless I's a special sword." Haytona said, "Where could that special sword be? I wonder." Daytona replied, "I know, right? I wonder where the Barisada is. Why is he swinging that wooden sword?" Haytona questioned, "Hey, why are not you answering? Your almighty brothers are asking you a question. What a useless person. Why do you even bother swinging that thing?" Daytona stepped on Jin's hand and said, "What's with this? Basic swordsmanship theory? Did you think studying a bit of swordsmanship theory would make you any less useless?" Haytona said, "This is why guys who are useless should never be given any chances." Jin said, "Stop. Give it back to me." Daytona break the wood sword and said, "Because if chances are given to you, stop it and keep holding on to hope." Haytona said, "We are all doing this for your sake. Why do you keep talking back?" Daytona said, "Is that what your nanny taught you to do?" Jin replied, "Gilly has got nothing to do with this." Daytona said, "Seeing as how you are still defying us, it looks like we need to teach you a good lesson on manners. My brother's bullying, my pathetic, non-existent talent, I don't care about them at all. I just need to work hard. If I work hard, I will eventually receive recognition from my family and become a part of the Runkendells." That's what I truly believed. One day, someone said, "Jin Runkendell, from this moment on you are banished from the family. Since your efforts are commendable, we will spare your life." That was how I got banished from the family at the age of 25 and started wandering around aimlessly. That was around the time I met Master, and that's when I knew that I did have talent. Not just that, the very thing my family considered a taboo, magic, is what I had talent for. 3 years after that, Jin said, "Connect the mana that exists in nature and the magician's mana to recover mana. After that, strengthen the mana that will be manifested." Suddenly, a black shadow covered Jin and said, "I am Sadare, the master of all shadows, Jin Runkendell. I will propose a contract to you as the god of shadows. If you make a contract with Mai, not only will you be able to use shadow energy, you will also be able to negate all curses." Contractor: "It seems that someone has held a grudge against you since your childhood. You have not been able to use your full potential due to a trivial curse." Jin questioned, "A curse?" Sadare said, "Yes, it's a curse known as bladed illusion, which suppresses talent for the blade. It must have been a terrible curse for a Runkendell." "I see. That might have been the reason why I was so captivated by you. From this moment forth, no curses will be able to bring harm upon you anymore. All that's left is for you to become an extraordinary magic swordsman. Jin Runkendell, I shall enjoy watching over you." It was as Sadare had said. Every time I picked up my sword, I was able to reach new heights. Jin thought, "It's so light. It's like it does not weigh anything at all. It feels like I am just swinging my arms." The worst stunts in the history of the Runkendell family. If I just add on magic, then has ceased to exist. Jin thought, finally, my hard work has come to fruition. Meanwhile, a few knights glared on the Jin. Seem turned to Jin injured. He wonders, did not I just hear something? A scream? My body feels heavy. Huh? Sadare, I can't believe I died while sleeping. Is this because I am useless after all? Do I not even have the chance to use the magic and power of Sadare that I had finally obtained? If it was going to be like this, why was I given a chance? Next second, huh? The people of the family? What's going on? I definitely died, though. Gilly said, "Cheer up, young Master Jin." Jin thought, Gilly, why she is here? That sword is Barisada. It's the selection ceremony. I've returned to the past. As the 1-year-old baby Jin Runkendell, I picked this sword by chance in my previous life, but in this life, I will choose it intentionally. A man said, the youngest has selected Barisada. The selection ceremony is over. Move the youngest to the storm castle. 6 years later, Storm Castle. Jin wonders it's been 6 years since I came to the Storm Castle. According to the family's rules, I have to stay locked in here until I am 10 years old, so I have 3 more years left. I am bored. Suddenly, a maid screamed. Jin questioned what's wrong. The maid said there's a dead bird in your room. Jin thought the only ones who do this in Storm Castle are Daytona and Haytona laughed and said poor bird. Brothers. Daytona Runkendel 9 years old 11th of the 13 Runkendel siblings said too bad the maid found it first. Haytona Runkendel 9 years old 12th son of the 13 Runkendel brothers. Haytona said true, we put that there for you to see. How's our gift to you? Are you moved to tears? Jin thought those too. I know they become notorious murderers once they become flag bearers, but brats who just turned 9 killed an innocent bird just to torment me. Haytona said don't actually cry though. That'd be annoying. Hey, can you hear us? Will the great man who's chosen the destiny of the Patriarch not even acknowledge the likes of us? Brother, where have you left your barisada? Jin seems said something. But Haytona did not hear and decided to punch on Jin. Jin hold his punch and said shut the hell up and immediately return a few punch. Jin said I bear with it until now, but I can't take it anymore. From now on it'd be in your best interest to stay out of my sight as much as possible. A knight from Runkendel family came in and questioned what's going on here. Jin said they fought all of a sudden and collapsed. Khan said I see. Understood, I will take them to a doctor. Jin replied no, there's somewhere they need to go. Follow me. Soon. Khan said young master Jin, are you going to just leave them here? The rainstorm is going to get stronger soon. Jin said they need to be made aware of just what they've done. Khan thought that force it definitely was not aura. It can't be mana? If that's the case, then this matter is not just a scuffle between brothers. I must report this to the Patriarch. Khan told his staff bring me a horse. Jin looking through the window and thought I knew it. He's heading off to report to father. Though Khan is our guardian knight, he's also an observer. Since that must have looked like magic in Khan's eyes, I am sure he could not just leave it be. Shadow energy, the proof of my contract with Sadare. Thanks to this power, I found out that my contract with Sadare is valid even in this life. And thanks to curse immunity, a perk of being Sadare's contractor, I was able to avoid bladed illusion. The dunce of Runkendel, Jin Runkendel no longer exists. From now on, many things will differ from my previous life. What's left now is meeting father. Soon. Khan said that's all. Chiron Runkendel, the current patriarch of the Runkendel family, said the youngest beat the Tona twins. Assemble the flag bearers. I will have to go see the youngest. Joshua, the second flag bearer of the Runkendel, said all 7 flag bearers of Runkendel and the 200 knights under them have been assembled. Chiron said good, let's go to the Storm Castle. Soon. Mary Runkendel, 7th flag bearer, questioned Diffus, do you know anything about this? I asked Luna, but I don't think she knows either. I was busy beating up some mages. Diffus Runkendel's 4th flag bearer replied the Tona twins will be out of the Storm Castle by next year. So I doubt it'd be about them. Don't you think he's coming to see our youngest? He chose the Patriarch sword during the selection, remember? Mary replied right, he did. But would that alone be enough reason for him to visit? Diffus replied well, there's no way we will know what father is thinking. Luna Runkendel's 1st flag bearer remind them be quiet. Mary thought father went as far as coming back to see him personally. Is he really that useful? Meanwhile, Gilly told Jin the Patriarch is coming to see us. Maybe he's coming to see his children? Jin replied maybe and wonders Khan must have told father everything. Khan is a rather inflexible person, so he would not have drawn the conclusion that I was using magic. He probably reported everything exactly as he saw it. The youngest son used a power that is not magic or aura. Father's coming back to check what power could be, to see if that power or I could be an asset for the future and prosperity of the clan. Soon. Chiron said bring the Tona twins. I heard you got into an altercation with Jin. What was your fault in that altercation? Daytona and Haytona said we have no fault. Jin was the one that hurt us. With an unknown power too. It was not aura. It looked like magic. Magic is a forbidden art in our family. Chiron said enough. My sons, etch this into your hearts. You will not be able to survive in the Runkendel family like this. Go bring Jing. Jin thought my father Chiron Runkendel, far stronger and colder than anyone I've ever known. The strongest there is in this era, with the status of demigod, a Genesis knight. While he once was no different from ordinary people, after he attained the status of demigod, he lost almost all of his human emotions and became an existence with nothing left to him but his obsession with the family and its prosperity. As someone with no talent in swordsmanship, to my father, I may as well have not existed. But this time it's different. In this life, I will make sure no one will be able to disregard me. Jin said, I greet the Patriarch. Chiron replied, why did you call me Patriarch and not Father? Jin said, my brothers, sisters and the Guardian Knights, over 100 members of the clan visited today. Because of that, I concluded that your visit must be an official one. That is why I chose to refer to you in that way. Chiron said, that's a satisfying answer. I visited the castle for a different reason today. So refer to me as Father for now. Then I will ask you the same question I asked your brothers. What wrong did your brothers commit in your altercation? Jin said, that's revenge. If you are a member of the Runkendel family, you must always return what you are given. Whether that be grace or resentment. Mary excited listening what Jin's saying. Chiron said, everyone except the youngest in the room, leave. Some of them questioned, has the youngest son passed the Patriarch's test? Rosa said, don't just stand around. It's the Patriarch's order. Mary wonders, a one-on-one talk with Father. Little brother, not bad. Chiron said, I sent everyone away because I had a few questions only for you. The Tona twins mentioned that you used a special power. We Runkendels strictly forbid the usage of magic, because you are not able to achieve the pinnacle of swordsmanship if you train in magic. What is the power that you were using? If it was magic, I will not allow this to pass lightly. Jin thought, as long as Father knows about this power, he won't ignore this, because the power of Sadare. Jin said, I am not sure about that either. This power is neither magic nor aura, so I was wondering what to call it. If you don't mind, I'd like you to bestow a name upon it, Father. Jin thought, this is the power that Trunkendel's founder possessed. Chiron wonders, shadow energy, Barisada shadow energy. So does that mean that this child is destined to be the head of this family? Chiron said, that's right. That is the power of Sadare, the god of shadows. Sadare made a contract with the founder of the Runkendel family, Lord Temar, and is the god that helped found our family. But since Lord Temar passed away, Sadare has not appeared before the Runkendels. I don't know what the reason for that may be either, but it seems he is trying to return to the Runkendels through you. Jin said, then Father, I am curious about one thing. That person, the god Sadare, is he stronger than you, Father? Chiron replied, I don't know. Since I have never fought a god before. Jin thought, because you have never fought a god before, huh? That truly is what the strongest man on earth would say. Chiron said, my son, that's a good question. Your innocent question has become a topic of great interest to me. I think that coming to see you today was a good decision. Then let me ask you a question in return. That power, how do you want to use that shadow energy? Jin replied, I want to use this power for the sake of the family. Chiron laughed and said, what an amusing lie. You beat down your older brothers, abandon them in the storm, and you say that you want to use that power for the family. Tell this father of yours the truth. Jin wonders, as expected, he is not going to let this go so easily. Jin said, I want to use this power for myself. Chiron replied, yes, I like that. I will keep a close eye on you from now on. Jin said, nice, I got through that safely. Attaining the right to use shadow energy freely is more than enough. But to think that Father has expectations of me too. This is better than I expected. This life really is completely different from my previous one. Soon, Mary told Jin, here, take this. It's special present from your older sister. Boil it well and eat it all up and get strong quickly. Jin wonders, Mary, why me? As Jin opened up the present, he realized it is a phoenix's heart. Jin thought to give this to a 7-year-old child. Mary's sister is crazy. Mary Runkendel, a 6-star knight and the 7th flag bearer of Runkendel. She's known as Wind Fury Mary. She also has another name that is not well known, the Madwoman of the South. The reason why my battle-crazed sister gave me something this previous is obvious. Hurry up and get strong so you can become my opponent. If eaten at a young age, you will not only become resistant to fire, but it's also an elixir that promotes growth. Now that I think about it, a phoenix's heart was required for a 6-star mage to summon a phoenix safely. In this life, I might even be able to summon a phoenix with my own hands. Gilly said, young master, did you wait long? Young lady, Mary gave you such a great gift. Please eat it before it gets cold. Jin said, before that, older brothers, if you have something to say, please say it quickly. Daytona said, it's nothing. It looked like it was too much for you to eat. Haytona said, yeah, that's right. I saw a Gilly holding a massive pot earlier. Jin questioned, do you want to eat it that badly? Then I'd like you to do me just one favor. Soon? Daytona and Haytona said, why do we have to do something like this? There's nothing here. Why are we doing this? What would happen to us if someone finds out that we dug this out? Afterward, Jin said, welcome. Brothers, you got here rather quickly. Daytona said, shut up, we did as you asked. So hand over the soup. Jin said, I already put in on the table over there. Daytona madly said, hey little brother, is not this a teaspoon? Jin replied, I said I'd give you some, but I never specified how much. But I kept my promise, right? Well then enjoy. Soon. Jin said, I thought they'd do a half-assed job, but they actually did pretty well. For this thickness, I think 1-star magic should suffice. I was getting rather frustrated, because my mana building up with nothing to use it on. Finally, I am here. The Runkendel secret library. I never got a chance to come here in my previous life, so it feels weird for me to be here. Older brother said that I needed to say a trigger phrase. Runkendel's child is here to console Mirakin. Runkendel's secret library. This is the place where the Runkendel stored the secret tomes of the families. Entry is only permitted to the flag bearers of Runkendel. In Jin's memory, he said that there was no point in me knowing about this place since I was not a flybearer. But it's turned out to be a great help. I am putting it to good use now. Jin wonders, scales, is it not human? Why is such a thing? Don't tell me it is Black Dragon Mirakin. I heard that the Black Dragon Mirakin was defeated by the founder, and went into a deep slumber. I can't believe that legend was true. I don't have time for this. Where are the secret tomes? Found it. There are secret tomes from all kinds of families here. Let's see, I will start off with the Kungen family since they were also a famous swordmaster family. It's pretty difficult considering its 3-star magic theory. Jin said I would like to take them with me, but I could get caught if I did that. I will copy them every time I come here. One day, Jin felt someone enter the library. Mirakin said, hey you, what are you? Jin thought, why is Mirakin awake? I never heard of Mirakin awakening in my past life. Let's calm down since Mirakin is our family's guardian dragon. Maybe he will let me go if I show respect and act like a little child. Jin said, Runkendel's child greets the family's guardian. Mirakin madly replied, you called me a guardian? Did you just call me a guardian? How dare you treat me as a mere guardian? These damned Runkendels, you dare teach your children that? I can't go off on this little one, but it's driving me crazy. Damn it, I got up cause I smelled something good, but all I can see is a child. Why can I smell shadow energy on you? Even though all I've done for the past 1,000 years is sleep, I can still remember that scent clearly. Mirakin said this distinct smell of shadow energy should only come from those that are under a contract like Temar. Jin wonders, so the reason Mirakin woke up is because of my shadow energy? Mirakin keep questioning, where is this coming from? Is it here? Jin thought, then should I test something out? Jin said, could you be talking about this? My father told me that this power is from the god of shadows, Sadare. Mirakin speechless and said, hey Sadare, you are kidding, right? Are you serious? The contractor after 1,000 years that you promised. Is this the little child? Hey, kiddo. You know, I actually made a promise with Sadare, and it seems that the person who needs to cooperate with me to keep the promise is you. I will fill you in on the details later. But for now I just woke up, so I can't really think properly, and I don't think you will understand since you are too young. But I should at least introduce myself formally to Sadare's contractor. I am Mirakin, Sadare's representative, his friend and the last descendant of the first being created from shadows. According to the 1,000-year contract, from now on, I will be by your side. State your name. Sadare's contractor. Jin Runkendel. I am the 13th and the youngest child of the Runkendel family. Black Dragon Mirakin. The stormy Mirakin mountain is named after this dragon. Black Dragon Mirakin was a powerful ruler that reigned over that place long ago. However, Mirakin was bested in battle 1,000 years ago by the founder, Temar Runkendel, and it is said that after giving up Mirakin Mountain and the Storm Castle, Mirakin fell into a deep slumber. Jin thought, however, the truth is that they were not enemies. Instead, he was the founder's guardian dragon, as well as a close friend. Those who have contracts with gods will normally also have a guardian dragon that will be with them. However, I was told nothing about Sadare's guardian dragon, although it was his responsibility to do so. It makes sense now. It was because Mirakin had fallen into a deep slumber. Since Mirakin is now awake, does that mean I will get a guardian dragon as well? Since I will be with Mirakin from now on, I should ask him anything I am curious about beforehand. Thus, after Mirakin's awakening, I continued to frequent the secret library for months. Mirakin said, why did I fight with Temar? Mirakin said that was 1,000 years ago. How would I remember? Jin wonders. I am certain of one thing about Mirakin. He goes crazy over strawberry pie. Mirakin questioned, by the way, what have you been doing every time you come here? Jin said, transcribing. If I take these tomes with me, I could get caught, so I copy everything down instead. Mirakin replied, really? So do you understand it a bit? Jin said about 30%. I don't know about the rest. Murikan said don't lose too much faith. That's a lot for someone your age. Other kids can't do that and they are lazy. Jin said that's for normal kids. I am a Runkendel. This is normal to me. I have 12 older brothers and sisters. Not only that, but I also have my father, mother and the elders. If I want to destroy those people, I have to work harder. Jin said Murikan, if the founder read this, how much of the book would he have understood? If I were to be compared to the strongest being in history, how would I fare right now? Murikan said Temar, I don't think he could even understand a single line in the book at your age. However, theory does not always translate to reality. He did not read these books and still fought well. You have potential, just like Temar did, but you are not as good as Temar. Jin replied, then I can never become like the founder? Murikan said no, you are a contractor of Sadare, just like Temar, and you are smart enough to read those books. You are still young, so don't be so impatient and just train hard, and you will be able to do as strong as Temar. Who knows, you could even surpass him. Do you know what Sadare's nickname is? It's Infinity. Sadare's power has no limit, so that means that you, as his contractor, have no limit as well. So don't be so glum and have more faith in yourself, since I will teach you a new technique to make you feel better. Jin questioned, what is it? Murikan said shadow energy release. All beings who use shadow energy have to familiarize themselves with it, as this is the very foundation of utilizing shadow energy. However, it's incredibly dangerous to use it without learning it properly, so learn it slowly and carefully. Jin said okay, I will do that. Then Murikan, what do I have to do first? Murikan replied, first you have to learn how to form your mana. Jin wonders, I already did that so much in my past life. Murikan said shadow energy release is forming your mana and moving it. As such you have to be able to do both proficiently. You will likely have to practice just this for 2 to 3 years. Jin wonders, 2 to 3 years? That's too late. Murikan said you don't even know the basics, so I can't teach you anything too advanced, you know. Jin said, here, can you teach me now? Murikan questioned, wait, how did you do that? Jin said, I've just always been able to do it. Murikan said, no way, do you know how to move your mana? Geez, only the most prodigious of geniuses could do this. You sure are one amazing kid. Okay, then I will give you a sneak peek of what shadow energy release is like. Murikan said shadow energy is derived from the shadows. All the shadows in this world were born from Sadare. So Sadare is the owner of all the world's shadows, and you are the sole contractor of Sadare. Thus, it means that you can also become the owner of all the world's shadows. So what do you think, kid? This is shadow energy release. Meanwhile, a soldier told Luna, we've finished up everything here. After we clear 5 more areas, we will have completed the mission. Luna said sure, then 4 months should be enough. Tell the knights to take a break. One more thing. What do a 9-year-old kids usually like? Half a year after meeting Murikan, the Toner brothers turned 10 and left the Storm Castle. Dilly said, happy 9th birthday. I celebrated my 9th birthday. Jin said, thank you, everyone. Gilly, would you give some cake to everyone? Khan said, young master Jin. Sorry for the sudden interruption, young master. Jin said, what is it? Khan said, Mistress Luna has come to visit. Runkendel's first flag bearer and a 9-star knight, the firstborn out of the 13 siblings, the white whale Luna Runkendel. Despite being the strongest of all the Runkendel siblings, she had no interest in becoming the Patriarch, and had stepped away from the dirty fight known as the Succession War. She was truly an aloof white whale that acts alone. Because of this, Luna never showed interest in any of the siblings, and it would be more fitting to describe our relationship as strangers rather than family. That's how distant we were. Yet that very sister decided to come to the Storm Castle without any prior notice. Did something big happen to our family? If that's not it, has she found out that I went to the secret library? Jin, great Luna's sister. Luna replied, you've grown a lot, youngest. Jin replied, if I'd known, I would have dressed more appropriately to meet you. Luna said, what a cute thing to say. Is there a need to give any prior notice just to see my younger brother? But you look a little out of sorts. Are you feeling unwell? Jin said, that's not it. Actually, I am a bit nervous. This is my first time seeing you up close. I think I am a little on edge for some reason. Luna thought it is the Runkendel family tradition for the siblings to keep each other in check, steal from, and trample one another. Does Jin think I am here to keep him in check or something? Luna said, yes. It seems I lacked consideration. You may be young, but I seem to have momentarily forgotten that you are a Runkendel. My apologies. Youngest, I would like to speak with you in private. May I dismiss your nanny and guardian knights for a while? Jin wonders, sister wants to speak with me in private. Even though I don't know the reason for this, it does not seem like a bad situation. Luna said, Jin, my youngest sibling, the reason I came to see you so suddenly like this is because I have something to tell you. When father came to visit you last time, the behavior you displayed attracted the attention of all the other siblings. This means the moment you leave the Storm Castle, all of our siblings will be keeping a close watch on you. Youngest, I hope you do not lose your own happiness by getting yourself involved in the family fight. I sincerely hope that you will not suffer from the Runkendel's dirty succession battle. Jin thought the reason sister gave up on being the matriarch of the family was merely because of this. If she does not want me to get involved in the sibling rivalry, why did she never warn me even once in my previous life? Was it because I was not even worth giving such a warning to? Or because the other siblings did not see me as competition at all? Jin replied, Luna's sister, I am ever grateful for your words, but I have absolutely no intention of sitting out on this fight. Luna said, I am serious. I am not just saying this because I think you will compete against me. Jin said, I know, but I've already been through an assassination attempt. That is why I absolutely cannot back down from this fight. Luna madly said, who dares to try such a thing in the Storm Castle? Which sibling would dare try to kill you here? Tell me. Jin replied, I cannot disclose that information. Rather, to be precise, I have not uncovered their identity yet. Besides, even though they attempted to kill me, look, I am fine. I am very thankful to have learned today that not all of my siblings hate me. Luna said, my brother, that means you have already gotten involved in this dirty family battle. This saddens me so. Jin thought to think Luna was such a tender-hearted person. Jin said, don't be too sad. Luna said, yes, today is a joyous occasion, so we should not just talk about such things. Today is your birthday. I am actually here today to give you your birthday gift. Here, can you sit facing away for a moment? Just one time. If you come across a situation too tough for you to handle, break the blue gem on this pendant. Then no matter where you are, I will come to you. So don't forget to have it on you at all times. Happy 9th birthday, Jin. After celebration, Luna said I should get going soon. When Jin came to find Murikan said, you are here. What's that around your neck? Jin said, it's my birthday gift. Murikan said, that person must really love you to give you something like that. It's an artifact, odd Demon King Orgel. Just 1,000 years ago, there were countless people risking their lives to get their hands on just one of his artifacts. Jin questioned, is it something that amazing? Murikan said it gives the wearer resistance to attack magic at 5 stars and below, as well as enhances the wearer's magical abilities. I bet it has summoning abilities too. Jin said, you seem to know a lot about it. Murikan said, well, it's because we were alive during the same period. Anyway, this was from the person with the strong energy who came just now, right? Jin replied, yes, my eldest sister came by. Wait, you sensed her energy all the way from here? Murikan said, of course, your sister probably sensed my energy as well. Jin said, I mean, she won't tell my family, right? Murikan said, you sure are a worrywart. She's someone who gave you such a valuable gift. Would she tell on her youngest brother and leave him to die? You can trust that sister of yours. Meanwhile, Luna said, sure enough, I can sense a strong energy that was not here before. If the little one is preparing something, I should pretend to not know anything. Just remember one thing, Jin, my brother, whatever you do, whatever you become, I will always be on your side. Jin thought the time in Storm Castle that I thought would be boring brought me many things. My father's acknowledgement and expectations, the phoenix heart that I received from Mary, our relationship with Luna's sister, and I even met the guardian dragon Murikan. They are things that I could never have even dreamt of having in my past life. I am 10 years old now. I started my preparations to leave Storm Castle and head into the main castle. Khan thought as expected. No wonder he caught the Patriarch's interest. Although I was on the assessing side when I was training with the others, his gaze tells me that rather, he's the one who's assessing my teaching ability. Khan said, let's stop here today. Young Master Jin, it has been a great honor to be able to teach you. There's not much time left until you leave Storm Castle, but I promise to give you the best training possible, with no mistakes. Jin said, I will be in your care until then. Soon. Jin told Gilly, it just feels like warm water now. Gilly said, I am glad Lady Mary's gift is working wonders. I've only ever heard of the Phoenix Heart, but I've never seen its effects. How fascinating. Jin wonders, I think I've absorbed around half of it. It will be fully absorbed within a few years. Gilly said, young master, we will be leaving the castle bright and early tomorrow. So please tell me in advance if you need anything. Should I pack these books separately? Jin replied, yeah, I am gonna read them in the carriage. Right, I am going for a short stroll. I will be right back. Jin came to find Muraken and said, "You remember that I will be leaving the castle tomorrow, right?" Muraken said, "Of course, you have no idea how long I've waited for this day." Jin questioned then, "How are you gonna follow me?" Muraken laughed and said, "Don't sweat the small stuff, kid. I am the legendary Black Dragon. No matter how weak I've become, this much is nothing. I will follow in a way such that no one will notice me." Jin replied, "You've become weak? Why have not you told me something so important?" Muraken said, "You idiot. You think I'd be fine after doing nothing but sleeping for 1,000 years? Jin questioned, "Will you able to regain your powers then?" Muraken said, "Of course, I will become stronger as you do, since I am your guardian dragon, so hurry up and become a strong magic swordsman like Temar." Jin said, "You said Runkendel was originally a magic swordsman family, right?" Jin wonders, "I heard it from Sadare in my past life. The Runkendel family was originally a magic swordsman family, and the founding patriarch, Temar Runkendel, was the strongest magic swordsman in history. Barely anyone knows this fact anymore." Muraken replied, "The reason why the current Runkendel rejects magic and chases only the peak of swordsmanship or whatever is due to a humiliating vow that was established 1,000 years ago. Well, although they still worship me as the guardian of the family, I am sure they'd feel troubled if I were to actually appear before them. If it was 1,000 years ago, I am sure you and I would both be worshipped, for you finding and bringing the noblest being in the world." Jin questioned, "Would Runkendel really?" Muraken said, "I guess it's a bit too absurd. In any case, I will hide well, so don't worry." Jin said then, "What are you gonna do about that? Someone will find out when they come to the library and see that there's nothing there." Muraken said, "I can just make an illusion with dragon tongue magic. Something like an illusion is a piece of cake, so don't worry. As I said, I have not fully regained my strength, so maintaining it for a long time would be difficult, but I will push myself however hard I need to until you're grown up." Jin said, "I actually brought you something special today. A pie made from the first strawberries of the year and some alcohol I swiped while Gilly was not looking. Don't get drunk and start making weird illusions soon." Gilly said, "Young master, you can't expect a quiet and relaxing life similar to the one you've lived in Storm Castle. In the main castle, of course you've been busy training here, but it will be even more difficult and you will be much busier there. I can't bake you pie whenever you want either." Jin replied, "Don't worry, I am well aware. I will do my best in the main castle as well." Gilly replied, "Yes, I will devote myself to you even more as well." Then Knights said, "Young master, Guardian Knights Jerome and Holtz greet young master Jin. We will escort you to the Garden of Swords." Jin replied, "Okay, I will be in your care." October 30th, 1790. I am finally leaving the Storm Castle to head to Runkendel's main estate, the Garden of Swords. Gilly said, "It's snowing. It looks like it will pile up in no time. We should stop by a nearby village and wait till it stops. If there is a lot of snow, we won't able to use the teleportation gate." Suddenly, the knight said, "It's an ambush. Please be on standby inside the carriage." Gilly said, "It will be fine, please do not worry. Jerome and Holtz are 7-star guardian knights. You also have me. There are about 20 enemies, some mages and warriors also. There is a possibility that there are archers too. I don't think there's anyone above 7-star. Jin said, "We need to get out of the carriage right now. The Runkendel guardian knights, under no circumstances must they leave a child of Runkendel unattended. One of them must be by my side. Then that means one of them is a traitor or a fake. There might be some hidden equipment within this carriage. We need to get out right now, Gilly." Gilly said, "I understand, young master. For now I will protect you. As a member of Runkendel, please understand even if I go a bit overboard. Young master, I will receive punishment as soon as we arrive back at the estate." Jin replied, "Now's no the time to be thinking about that. Let's go to where both of them are. I need to confirm something. The people they are fighting might actually be our allies. If the assailants are after me, then now would be the best time to kill me since I just got out of the carriage, but it's so quiet that it's strange." The red-hair knight yelled, "Find Jin Runkendel." Gilly said, "A symbol of a demon and black Sakura, the Yuta family from the Mytel family of magic, and the mercenary group the Black King Squad." A mage said, "Over there. I found Gilly. I have also confirmed Jin Runkendel's presence. Everyone protecting Jin Runkendel is your top priority." Red Hair Man said, "I am Marika, Black King Squad's captain. We've come to rescue Jin Runkendel on a request from Runkendel." "You bastards, how dare you mess with the young master?" Jin thought they were not traitors, but fakes. If they really were 7-star knights, then there's no way that they would have struggled against these people. Gilly yelled, "Who are you? Reveal your purpose and who you are working for." The knight replied, "Why would I tell a dog of Runkendel? Jin said, let's kill one and cut an arm off the other, then bring him to me. Gilly replied, I will do as you wish. Jin said, it seems like your masters underestimated their opponents too much. In order to become a nanny of Runkendel, you must be a warrior of 7-star and above. If you wanted to assassinate a child of Runkendel, you should have sent at least 3 of 4 8-star knights. The knight survived replied, stop fooling around. This is just a warning. The reign of Runkendel will come to an end. Jin said, that's something that I want. I don't want the reign of Runkendel but the reign of Jin Runkendel to begin. The knight said, praise the great Zipple. Jin wonders, Zipple, the renowned mage family that rules the other half of this world, contrary to Runkendel, who pursue the ultimate sword. They pursue the pinnacle of magic. 1,000 years ago, after the founder of Runkendel died, Zipple imposed a humiliating oath to ban magic throughout Runkendel, and all the magical abilities of Runkendel were sealed through that oath. For Runkendel, Zipple is an enemy of 1,000 years. Jin said, I was wondering who was behind this. Considering they did something as daring as this, it was just a follower of Zipple. Gilly, just throw this guy away somewhere nearby. He's not even worth interrogating. Of course, Runkendel is a lifelong enemy for Zipple as well. They continue to terrorize Runkendel, but Jin pondered, what happened today is not how Zipple handles things. It seems like their followers did whatever they pleased, but something strange. No matter how sophisticated their disguise was, it's difficult to deceive the eyes of a 7-star warrior. Don't tell me that bastard was involved with this. Gilly said, I've taken care of it as per your orders. Jin told Marika, I was able to escape successfully because you guys diverted their attention away from me. As soon as we arrive at the Runkendel castle, I will make sure to report on the help you've provided. The family will be sure to reward you handsomely. Now I will be counting on you until we reach the teleportation gate. Marika replied, I will do my best, and wonders, this kid, even if he's Runkendel, he's only just left the castle. He's only a 10-year-old kid, but he's already that confident and dignified. Maybe what he said just now. I want the reign of Jin Runkendel to begin. That might not have been a child's ramblings, but instead the truth. Marika reminds his soldiers, be careful of how you act until we reach the teleportation gate. Refrain from speaking carelessly. Understood? A soldier said, since when did we care about such stuff? Marika said, just shut up and do as I say. Dilly said, I think we can depart now. Soon. Dilly told Jin, they told us that in about 2 hours, we will be reaching a village. Jin said, is that so? I guess we will have to wait there for the snow to stop. Anyway, don't worry about what happened in regard to the escort, it's not your fault. Even Khan, who's a 9-star knight, did not realize what was happening. It'd be harder for you, a 7-star warrior, to notice anything amiss. The fact that I told you of a guardian knight's principles in Escort should not be a problem either. Gilly replied, I am sorry. Jin thought Gilly's still the same as before. As a nanny of the Runkendel family, her fate is bound to the child she's in charge of. Gilly was also my nanny in my previous life, but because I was talentless, as expected, she was scorned and despised as well. But Gilly never once resented me for that. On the day that I was banished from the Runkendel family, Gilly was also banished with me. And Gilly said to me, young master, I am sorry for not having served you well, with her head bowed. That was how Gilly treated me, so I don't want to be harsh on her. However, things are different from my previous life. Gilly need to strengthen her resolve as well. Gilly said, young master, I will gladly receive any punishment in regard to what happened this time. Jin said, don't blame yourself. This is an order. While you are my nanny, you are also the only guardian knight I have right now. If you let such a trivial matter bother you, there will be problems in the future when you escort me. So don't make me say those things ever again. Understood? Soon. Gilly wonders, the young master cares for me to such an extent. He's saying all this for my sake, so I have to get it together so that I don't worry him any further. Jin thought, what a relief. It looks like she's cheered up. Then Jin pondered, there's that in those fake guardian knights. If I am right, there's a high chance that person is involved. Transformation sorcerer, Bub'air Gaston. Transformation is something that dragons are good at, but even the dragons are not able to perform a perfect transformation. Bub'air was the only existence that could perform a perfect transformation and used that ability to commit numerous transformation crimes, plunging the world into chaos. Jin thought, if Bub'air is indeed involved in this, then this has just gotten very complicated. Although he has not done anything prominent yet. In my previous life, when I turned 20, the Met Special Affairs Division had arrested him. If I turn him into my ally, he might come in handy, but I've got no reason to take in a guy who pointed his sword at me. Before Bub'air creates more trouble, I need to check if anything has changed. Compared to my previous life, Dilly said, young master, I will be standing guard outside then. Then she noticed Jin fall asleep. Soon, Jin felt it so noisy and wonders, even though I've trained numerous times in the Storm Castle previously, I guess it's still too tiring for my 10-year-old body. But what's that sound? Could you be? Jin said, you said you were going to hide and follow me? You meant to do that by becoming a cat. I was just surprised because I was not expecting you to be in this form. I thought you'd disguise yourself as one of my servants, like a horseman or something. Nurican said, if I do that, the knights in your family will all notice me. Do you know how tough it was for me as I followed you? Nurican accidentally fall down, cause a huge sound. Gilly opened up door and questioned, what's the matter? Gilly said, how dare you go after the young master, tell me everything before I rip you into 1,000 pieces. Jin quickly explained, wait a minute, Gilly, this person is. When Nurican heard Gilly, he immediately said, oh my strawberry pie, we finally meet. Jin thought we are screwed. Jin said, first, this is Runkendel's guardian, Black Dragon Nurican. Nurican said, I know who she is, she's my precious strawberry pie. After all, Gilly said, Runkendel's lowly household worker apologizes for the rudeness she has committed towards the guardian. Please forgive me. Nurican replied, do not worry, my strawberry pie, I will gladly forgive you. Gilly questioned, may I ask why I am a strawberry pie? Nurican said, because you are wonderful, beautiful, and make a perfect strawberry pie. Gilly said, so he was the reason you've been asking for strawberry pies every day. Jin said, could you sit down for a second so I can explain? Soon. Gilly said, there's so much I did not know about you, young master. Jin replied, I am sorry I lied to you. Gilly said, no, I always knew you were incredibly talented, young master, but magic, a contract with Sadare, and now a dragon. I am simply amazed and happy for you as your nanny. Jin said, anyway, you are one of us now. For now the family can't find out that Nurican has awakened or about our relationship, understand? Nurican said, you don't need to worry, strawberry pie. Gilly said, so then, was the loud sound from a moment ago from when Sir Nurican's transformation wore out? Nurican said, I fell down. Gilly then questioned, are you sure we can trust him? Jin replied, yeah, probably. Soon. Location, middle teleportation gate. Gilly said, good work, Black King Squad. The Runkendel family will make sure you are rewarded handsomely for your hard work. Marika said, this mission was a good experience for us as well. I am excited to see the future of the young Runkendel you take care of. But I have a question for you. You possess excellent talents, so why did you choose to leave the MC Lauren family and become a nanny for the young Runkendel? Gilly replied, it's not important enough to make it worth talking about. Marika said, I see, my apologies, I've crossed the line. Soon. The staff said, it's an honor to meet you. Please follow me. We will accommodate you with premium seats. We will be at your destination in a flash. If you could just wait about 2 hours here. Well then, have a safe trip. Gilly told Jin, honestly, as your nanny I am worried. If Nurican is discovered, or if something else happens, I am sure we'd be able to play it off, but Jin said, you are talking about my magic. Gilly replied, yes, Runkendel would never approve of such a thing. Jin said, don't worry, I know that, so I will hide it. Suddenly, Jin noticed a kid with the mark of the golden dragon. That's Zipple. Who is that? They seem familiar. Veridin. Zipple said, I had a feeling I did not want to go to Hewfester today. To think I'd see these assholes here. But your kitten is cute. Nurican attacked Veridin's hand and get away. Veridin told his knight, it's fine. Animals are just like that. It seems I've been told off for picking a fight. Also, drawing your sword in front of a Runkendel is a stupid thing to do. Veridin thought I was curious, so I was trying to mess with them a little, but to think there'd be no reaction. I guess Runkendel's youngest is quite composed. Veridin introduced and told Jin, I would like to formally apologize for my rudeness a moment ago. Jin thought Veridin Zipple a genius magician and the most likely heir to the Zipple family, possessing both skill and good character. He is an icon for young magicians, a being who I once felt was so far away in terms of skill as a magician. Well, it was like before, to think I'd meet him as a kid my own age. This is a pretty fun feeling. Jin replied, yeah, I was wondering what kind of a guy you were. Good to see you are not a complete idiot. Veridin replied, and how'd you assess that? Jin said, even though you were joking, if those guys brought out air swords, you would have had the experience of going around Hewfester without any bodyguards and you might have lost a couple of fingers. Veridin said, even your jokes are violent. Jin said, do you think I am joking? Veridin replied, well, okay, but let me give you some advice. If you ever meet another Zipple or get into a similar situation, don't rashly make a decision like cutting their fingers off. Won't it be a PN for both clans? After all, Jin replied, that's a good joke. Veridin, My father Chiron Runkendel and your father Celiac Zipple, do you think they'd involve the clans in a simple children's fight? Veridin replied, you are right. Even if someone's finger were cut off, they'd probably toss the other some gold and be done with it. I learned something from you. I will make sure to repay this debt someday. Jin said, not someday, repay it now. Veridin replied, what do you need? Jin said, until the teleportation gate activates, I'd like you to please just stay quiet and not disturb my rest. Veridin thought, Jin Runkendel, this guy, he seems like he will become amazing in just a couple of years. If it were not for our families, I'd ask him to be friends. Wait, if he's Runkendel, does that mean there's a chance he might become my enemy for life? That's so cool. Jin thought his fingers could have been severed and he's still acting this way. Is there something wrong with the Zipple family? They are all out of their mind. Soon, staff announced teleportation will commence momentarily. As an after effect, you may suffer some headaches or nausea. So passengers, please. Veridin said, it was nice meeting you. Let's meet again next time. Jin replied, I am okay. Let's never see each other again. Soon. Second place housekeeper. Pedro said, I've been waiting for you, young master. This is my first time greeting you. It must have been hard coming all this way. I would like to sincerely welcome you to Runkendel's main estate, the Garden of Swords. Those who have contributed to the prosperity of the Runkendel are invited to bury their swords in the garden. In other words, the garden is a symbol of every Runkendel's dreams and honor. Jin thought it was also once my dream to have my sword places here after my death. The past me was weak and had no potential. A person who was neither a leader nor clever. Why did I foolishly think that working hard would have made a difference? This time it seems like even in this worthless place, I will have a life worth living. Black Panther Rosa Runkendel, lady of the Runkendel house. Rosa said, it's been a while. Youngest. Jin replied, yes, mother. Chiron questioned, did you pick up a stray? Jin said, I took him in, father. Chiron replied, instead of picking it up, you took it in. It's good that you are speaking confidently and with certainty. That's right. That's the appropriate attitude for a Runkendel when they gain something. Rosa questioned, what is this child's name? Jin replied, his name is Butterfly Runkendel, mother. Diffus said, father, mother, even if he is still young, this cannot be to attach the Runkendel name to this insignificant beast. Gilly, how have you been raising the youngest? How dare a cat? Gilly, apologies. Chiron said, enough. Youngest, why have you attached the Runkendel name to this cat? Jin replied, it is so that I can be responsible for his. It may just be a beast, but it is the first life that I have taken in, so I thought that his name should also have some weight. Chiron said, how amusing. But do you understand the weight of the Runkendel name? Jin replied, yes, I do understand. If anyone insults Butterfly, I will be the one to pay it back. Chiron said, it seems you have a talent for making enemies. Judging by how your siblings are glaring at you, that is. Jin said, it seems that way. However, I will also have a talent for killing my enemies, father. Chiron said, this boy, all of you should keep your guard up, if you want to try and handle this cheeky youngest child. 4 years later, early summer in the year 1794. Jin, currently 14 years old, 2-star Knight low-rank cadet. This man is Garen Altemir Runkendel Guardian Knight Cadet low-rank class instructor. Garen said, young master, we will finish up the youngest master's training here. You've worked hard. Jin said, so we will only be having morning training? Garen replied, did not you have plans to train with Lady Luna today? Did you perhaps forget? Jin said, right, we did. Guess I will go after eating lunch. Garen said, will you be eating with the cadets today as well? It seems that Lady Rosa is quite disappointed. Jin replied, forget it. I don't want to have a staring contest with my siblings while I eat. Garen said, understood, I will let her know. This guy is Bellup Skimitz Runkendel Guardian Knight Cadet Basic Rank Class. Bellup told Jin, I brought you your food. Jin thought, Bellup, 13 years old commoner. In the near future, after falling behind in his training, he's fated to be disqualified as a cadet and expelled. Jin questioned, does it taste good? Bellup said, of course, I am always grateful to the Runkendel family who allows me to eat such delicious meat, and you, the young master, for always sharing your meat with me. Jin said, that's enough. Stop it. You definitely said the same thing yesterday. Did you memorize it or something? Bellup, you have to know how to conduct yourself with a bit of discretion. It's because of the fact that you keep running your mouth like that the others keep looking down on you. Bellup replied, is that so? Jin said, that's right, put your shoulders back and have some confidence. Be confident that you are also a cadet of the Runkendel Guardian Knights. Bellup said, but my grades are awful and I have not even made 1 star yet. Jin said, it's not easy to become a Runkendel cadet in the first place. No matter how far you fall here, You are better than the other 13-year-olds on the outside, got it? Jin thought his personality is so pure. It would not be an overstatement to say that he was probably picked on by his family. But how does someone so pure who was taught the way of another swordsmaster, Heron, after becoming a loyal dog of the Bamenda Empire, start to walk the path of a merciless murderer? I was shocked when I heard that this guy became a royal guard, and I felt bitter after hearing how he had eventually committed suicide. If I leave Bellup alone, then it will happen again. I will take care of you and make sure that you don't fall behind and get expelled this time. One lifetime of misfortune is more than enough. My shadow energy release is 2-star, my mana is 4-star, and my swordsmanship is 2-star. Things are going smoothly. At this rate, I will be able to get my swordsmanship to 3-star in 2 years. Luna said, my lovable younger brother, today's training will be like yesterday's, however you will face this same training differently every day. Look with your mind's eye. Jin thought, I guess I will have to get through this training that I've never even heard of or seen before. Luna said, look with your mind's eye. For those who live to hone the blade, obtaining the mind's eyes is more important than anything else. No matter what, do not open your eyes. Jin thought mind's eye is a realm that only knights over 7-star can reach. But you are teaching it to me, someone who has just reached 2-star. Not only that, a regular mind's eye is obtained by scattering aura about. But since I can't use aura during Luna's training, I can't get the hang of it. No, I decided to trust her. I am sure she has something in mind. Focus on your training. I am sure I will be able to understand this training someday. Luna said, good work today as well. Jin, you can go back now. Luna thought, as expected, I knew he'd do well. But he always exceeds my expectations. He shows focus and retentiveness that's hard to see in 2-star knights. With your potential, I am sure you will be able to understand it in a few years. Keep growing like that. My brother Jin. Soon. Garen said, welcome young master. They all look on edge. I am sure they would be. This spar makes up the largest portion of their overall grade. It's a shortcut to becoming a guardian knight, so I am sure they are all nervous. For your information, today is a very important day for you too, young master. Garen said, Lady Rosa said that if you defeat 10 upper ranks today, it would be fine for you to advance to the intermediate rank training group at the start of the next year. Jin said, mother did? That's good news. Jin then noticed Bellups like that again. Jin wonders if it does not matter, since I will take measures so he won't be expelled. But he'd be fine if he were just more confident. Garen said, attention today, you will spar 3 times while switching partners each time. The 10 most outstanding victors will face young master Jin one by one. Soon. Garen said, alright, the rest of you who were not chosen, go back to your seats. Get ready youngest master. Jin thought 10? Huh? My personal best was 8, so I just need to beat 2 more men to do that. The one that I have to keep the closest eye on is Mesa Milcano, an elite that will immediately become a guardian knight, upon passing all the required cadet programs. Mesa said, today, I'd like to beat you no matter what. Jin wonders the spar with Mesa is the most important thing in this test. Jin replied, okay, I'm looking forward to it. Jin thought Mesa, she has gotten stronger than before, but not to the extent that I can't defeat her. The problem is that I have to beat 8 more people after her. In that case, then Mesa wonders why is he only making simple attacks, despite having mastered a diverse set of techniques. I am sure he's doing this on purpose. Just why? Is he disrespecting me? Thinking that I won't be able to defeat him today either. Mesa said, very well, let's give it a go, young master. Mesa thought, I won't be pushed back like this again. I will surpass the young master this time. Jin broke Mesa's wooden sword, and said it was a good match. Anyway, this is useless now. Mesa thought, I can't believe it. He attacked the same place on my sword each time during all those clashes. Our stamina and power are similar, but I fell behind in accuracy and tenacity. Is something like that possible? Is this what it means to be a child or Runkendel? Mesa said, I will devote myself to my training and beat you for sure next time. Soon. Jin thought, it's all going according to plan. As I am now, it'd be difficult to face all 10 trainees head-on. Through my overwhelming victory against Mesa, I've given them the misunderstanding that a head-on fight would be disadvantageous for them. With this it's 10. Thank God it all went according to plan. Garen said, with this you will be receiving training from a true Runkendel in the intermediate rank class starting next year. Congratulations in advance. Jin replied, thanks, I will be in your care until then. Garen said, then now that it's almost time to eat, let us wrap up our morning training. Jin questioned, how much longer until then? Garen replied, around 10 minutes. Why do you ask? Jin said, I have one more person I want to face. Bellup Schmitz. Step forward, let's have a spar. Bellup scared and tried to avoid. Jin said you cannot survive in Runkendel like that. Step forward and fight me. I will destroy you. Belop thought, why did the young master pick me? Is it because I am so weak? Is he planning to straighten me out? Jin said, Belop, I am rather tired after fighting against 10 people. But you on the other hand are fine. But I will still be stronger than you. That's the reason why I want to fight you. Jin launched attack. Belop questioned, why are you? Jin continued his attack and said, you blocked well. Jin kicked Belop's leg, caused him fell and said, did you think I called you here for a mere spar? I said I wanted to fight with you. I could have killed you just then. Get up, I will only be merciful once. Mesa then spotted Belop weapon with aura. Mesa said, instructor, we need to stop this. If this continues, the young master will be in danger. Jin said, swordsmanship, instructor Garen, this is an order. What you see here today, take it to your grave. Garen replied, I understand. Belop said, is this really what you wanted, young master? Jin replied, that's right. If you know how to use aura, don't hold back. Belop said, you've made a mistake, young master. If you wanted to fight me, then you should have fought me first. Belop attack broke Jin's wooden sword. Jin thought, I did not know he was this strong. I already knew that he was strong. Every time the cadets sparred with each other, he figured out his opponent's skills and strategies and matched his opponents before losing accordingly. I can't believe he already knew how to use aura. Jin attacks on Belop's hand and followed by necklock. Belop questioned, why did you stop? You said you wanted to fight properly, then you should have seen this fight to the end. Do you enjoy toying with people? Jin questioned, how would I? Jin said, provoking you this way hurts me too. It hurts me much more than you think. Belop said, what do you know about me that you are pushing me so hard? Jin said, I don't know you. But I know one thing. Caring for others is something you can only do after you have become strong. You are weaker than me, and also kinder than me. Of course that's something I like. But you can't survive this hell with kindness alone. Belop, please become strong so you can protect that kindness. With me, and together with everyone else. I am sorry for doing something so harsh. Soon the maid said, so training is yet to finish. Shall we come back later? Jin replied, no, it's alright, bring it in. Belop said, young master, please receive your meal yourself today. Jin said, alright, I will bring your meal along with mine. Soon, Chiron said, so the youngest did that, huh? Khan replied, yes, Patriarch. Chiron laughed and said, I see, that's the conviction of the youngest, huh? He's going to embrace the weak while ruling by force, huh? If that's the case, then we will need to see if there's value in that conviction of his. Khan, go back and tell him this. I will give the youngest his first mission. January 1975. Now 15, I was recognized as a 3-star knight. As we went into our first school holidays, the other cadets either went back to their hometown or checked on their own progress as they did personal training. As we had progressed into the intermediate rank class, we would no longer be using the wooden training sword, but instead be using real swords custom fitted for us. Several cadets placed orders for their own swords. I tried looking for a suitable sword for myself in the family's armory, but my sword was going to be chosen by her, Luna, because she said she wanted to choose it for me. 1 month ago, Luna said, Jin, please let me choose your sword for you. Jin wonders, well, since she's probably got a much better eye for weapons than I do, I am sure she'd choose a better sword than me. Luna said this was once known as Veil Slaughter. I used this a lot when I was at your age. An axe sword of this shape was something I thought of using at your age. I guess you could consider this to be the original shape of Crandall which I use now. What do you think of this? Do you like it? Jin replied, well, I am really thankful that you helped me to choose my sword, but I don't think this is the sword for me. Luna replied, that's alright, I was just joking. But Veil Slaughter is a really good sword. It's a little heavy, but this much is not that heavy. Alright, I will show you the other sword. I really put in a lot of effort into choosing your sword. I thought of what would suit you best and what kind of sword can only be used by you. And that's when I thought of this. Since you chose Barisada during your ceremony, I think this will suit you best. Jin thought that sword is the brother's sword of Barisada, which the first Patriarch used, Bradamante. Luna said, I guess you like that sword. Jin replied, of course, this is a really exceptional sword, even among the other famous swords that our family possesses. After all, Jin thought this is a sword I'd have to use any means necessary to obtain. To think she'd choose Bradamante for me. Both Bradamante and Barisada are swords that are most suitable to use shadow energy. If I had chosen this myself, my other siblings would have objected to it and I'd have to give it up. Jin said, but Bradamante is the sword that the other siblings want as well. I don't know how to thank you for choosing this for me. Luna said, that does not sound right. I guess you still are not comfortable with me. That's a little disheartening. Jin replied, no, that's not it. I am being honest. Luna said, really? But I already feel disappointed. So you need to soothe my distressed heart. Close your eyes. Jin, we will start training. Do you know what I am about to say? Jin replied, yes, I do. Luna said, alright, but I need to teach you one more thing today. That among our siblings who are busy trying to trample on each other, there are siblings who love you unconditionally. I want you to etch that in your heart and don't upset me anymore. I've already lived enough of a lonely life in our family long before you were born. I'd like you to understand that I am doing this because I don't want you to lead a lonely life I did. Jin replied, yes, I understand. Luna said, okay then, let's start training again. Look with your mind's eye. Soon. Jin questioned Muriken, what do you think? Muriken replied, she that, kid, you still are not familiar with how to use shadow energy, so you can't use that. If you want to use Bradamante properly, you need to become at least 3-star in shadow energy. But you are still a kid that's only at 2-star, right? You are just barely able to imitate awakening a sword. Jin said, I think I will reach 3-star soon. I will be able to use it soon enough. Muriken said, how arrogant. Open your ears and listen to me carefully. Kid, Farisada and Bradamante are not just swords that you can carelessly use. You need at least 3-star shadow energy, that's the bare minimum. Just use a normal sword until you obtain 5-star shadow energy, understand? Jin said, but I am not a very patient person, you know. I just need to reach 5-star shadow energy in a year, right? Muriken said, even if you got first place in the children's shadow energy competition, and ate shadow energy for breakfast, lunch and dinner, that'd be absolutely impossible. I am saying this all for your sake. That's so absurd that even a dog would sneer at you. If you understood what I said, then don't say such nonsense. Jin replied, try saying that again. Children's what? Muriken said, hey, put that down. I said put that down. Suddenly, Gilly yelled, young master, Instructor Garen is looking for you. The instructor should have come here personally, but he said he needed to tell you the summary of the strategy while looking at the map, so he needs you to him instead. Jin questioned, strategy? Dilly said, yes, Instructor Garen has assigned you to your first mission. Once your break is over, you will be departing right away. Jin replied, is that so? Now that I've obtained 3-star in swordsmanship, it is about time, I guess, but it's weird that I am departing right away after my break. Dilly said, I guess it's because there's a certain difficulty in missions. Normally an intermediate rank and above are assigned to them. Jin said, maybe I was assigned a mission since my advancement has been confirmed. I will go and check it out. You just wait here with Muriken. Dilly replied, yes, young master, please go on ahead quickly. Soon. Jin said, Garen, I heard I've been assigned a mission. Garen said, welcome, including you. There are 10 basic rank cadets who have received this mission. You will be split into 2 teams for this mission. It's a search mission in the vicinity of the Jin Kingdom southern border. The Jin Kingdom that's close to the Beastmen territory is not it. On top of that, that marked area is close to the White Wolf tribe's base. Jin thought that's not a region where they should be sending low-ranked cadets though. It's a pretty difficult mission as a first mission, and it was assigned earlier than it would usually be. Also, my team members would be cadets whose grades are low to intermediate, and Bellup whose results fluctuate a lot. It's as if someone had intentionally ordered for this to happen. Orders? Huh? What if my fight with Bellup was reported to Father and he's trying to test me with this mission? Alright then, Father, I will make sure to show you that my conviction is rock solid. 3 days later, Southern Border Region. The objective of this mission is to search for the heir of the Jin Kingdom's Ville family, Simperville. We will set up a base camp at the center of the southern border as soon as we arrive. Once it has been set up, each group will begin the search, and share the information by sending someone to the camp at the designated time once a day. You will not call me young master, but commander. As for the injured, stand by in the camp. Rest as much as needed. That is all. Let's hope the search target is still alive. Bellup said, Commander. Eddington saw a beast man from the Watertail tribe. Jin replied, Watertail tribe? Since they are a docile tribe that avoids predators, we probably won't run into the White Wolf tribe near them. Alright Bellup, since you will be slowed down by the snow, set off to the camp 2 hours early. Return to Zone 13. As for the rest of you, search Zone 13. Jin thought, I have a bad feeling about this. Father must have ordered for this mission directly. But it's going too smoothly. Was it just my misunderstanding that he wanted to test me with this mission? Watertail tribe said, you guys look poor as hell. Poor things, eat this, gift for you. Jin replied, yeah, thanks, I will repay you for this next time. Jin thought, beyond Zone 13 is the Beastmen territory. Basic rank cadets won't be a match for them. There's no need for me to push myself just to get results. I will spend the next 3 days confirming all of the searched regions. Suddenly, Bellup said the second group was ambushed. Jin said all forces prepare to move. Bellup, what's the situation? Bellup said the second group is said to have scattered to avoid the enemy. One person who managed to get away reached the base camp to deliver news of the situation. Jin asked, did the beastmen ambush them? Bellup replied, no, they were ambushed by humans, and we've managed to confirm there are at least 3 of them. But to attack Runkendal with only 3 people. Jin said there's no way they would, I am sure they have more people. Jin told Eddington and David go back to the camp to guard its surroundings. Contact with the enemy upon discovery is forbidden, make sure to report it as soon as possible first. Jin wonders there are too many suspects as the ambushers, just what is their objective? To aim for the second group instead of the first group, which I am in. I don't know who they are. Jin stopped moving and said they were attacked. Jin thought I will make sure they pay the price for laying their hands on the Runkendals. Bellup said there's blood. No way, did Mesa. Did everyone in the second group die? Jin said calm down. Bellup, the blood is still fresh. There are not any traces of people collapsing, nor any pieces of flesh. There was a battle here, and the footprints show only one person ambushed them. A teammate said, young master, we found abandoned bandages. They seem to be products of Hufester. Jin said to the west. Then while they were treating the wounded after getting ambushed, they were attacked by another ambusher and fled to the west. Jin told Sierra, regroup with Eddington and David and relay the situation to them. Let's go, Bellup. Soon, they noticed it's the second group. Jin thought Mesa is not there. Not only that, the number of ambushers increased by 1. Jin told Bellup, close your eyes for a moment. After 2 seconds pass, attack the one on the left. Jin thought the characteristics of shadow energy that Murikan taught me, how the sharpness and destructiveness of an item wrapped in shadow energy increases and it also thins the presence of the item itself. Next second, Jin and Bellup successfully took down them. Jin questioned, is everyone alright? A teammate said, we are alright, but they captured Mesa. We have no excuse. Jin said, it's alright. Prioritize getting yourselves treated first. The enemy said, spare me please. Jin replied, you are asking me to spare you? From the way you value your life, you don't seem to be one of those moronic followers of Zipple. I will give you 2 choices. 1. Be the only one to die after spilling your affiliation, objective and your base. Or 2. Keep your mouth shut and die alongside everyone you are related to. I keep my promises. My name is Jin Runkendal, promise you that in my family and my own honor. The guy said, please spare my family lives. I am part of a revolutionary group called Kenzello. Jin wonders, by Kenzello does he mean the terrorist organization that was active even around the time of my death? The world was in an uproar after they killed the king of Jin and massacred the people. They called themselves a revolutionary group, but the revolution that Kenzello speaks of is making their own king the king of the entire world. Jin questioned, were you trying to instigate chaos in the kingdom of Jin by killing cadets of Runkendal? The guy replied, I am only a low-ranking member, so I was not told that much. I don't know where the base is either, but the branch that I am active in is located at the entrance of the Beastman territory. There are around 24-star martial artists and mages. Jin said, last question, why did you take Mesa? The guy said that was for propaganda, to advertise our revolution. There was an order to capture female trainees alive. That's everything I know. Jin replied, I will keep my promise. How long has it been since Mesa was kidnapped? Bellup said, around an hour. Jin said, then they must still be near the entrance of the Beastman's land. Go request reinforcements from the main estate after administering first aid. A teammate questioned, pardon? Are you planning on going by yourself? The ambushers are martial artists around 4-star. 20 of them at that. Another guy said, we are cadets. It's common for us to die during missions, so please. Jin replied, it's just as you say, Scott. But when a cadet has been captured, a son of Runkendal can't just do nothing. I am much stronger than you all realize. So heed my order. I will deem further opposition as insubordination. Also, Bellup, since all of the second group members are injured, you are the strongest cadet among them now. So you have to keep yourself focused. You know what I mean, don't you? Bellup replied, I will keep that in mind, young master. Jin thought, please, I hope I am not too late. Our enemies consist of about 20 soldiers on the 4-star level. My swordsmanship is about 3-star. My magic is 4-star and my shadow energy release is 3-star. It's a good pace of development, but I can't handle them all at once in my current state. Since the priority is to rescue Mesa for now, I will try to avoid fights as much as possible and focus on finding Mesa. Jin cast terrain detection. Jin thought, if I had wind tracking magic here, then Jin noticed it's towards the meadow. Jin noticed they have not gotten far yet. Soon, Jin encountered them. An enemy yell, "It's Runkendel cadet, get him." A magician yell, "Back off Mills." Jin controlled a fire with left hand and slash attack on another with right hand. The magician said, "Screw this, if fire does not I will break through you with ice." Jin again dispelled it and killed him. Jin thought, "Kinzella bastards. Looks like they don't plan on hiding their tracks at all. Are they underestimating their opponent for lacking experience in the field? They must have met up with the others here and traveled away with a wagon." Kinzello is a group with a definite hierarchy. They will probably divide the spoils by ranking within the group. Since they would not dare touch a prize that's meant for a high ranker, now's the only chance I have to rescue Mesa safely. Since I am near Beastman territory, their base is probably nearby too. In that case, I will create a distraction and look for an opening to rescue Mesa. If I do this, they should come out to handle the fire. Soon, someone yell, "Where'd the fire come from? Put it out. Water. Bring some water." Another guy yelled, "Do you guys now know how to put out a fire properly? Mages use your water and ice magic." Jin wonders, is that their leader? Someone told boss, "The fire is not going out." The boss said, "Do you think a fire would just randomly start in this weather? There's definitely someone here who started it. Find him out." Next moment, Jin killed him and thought, "Good, I found a way to get in." Soon, Jin found a basement, then he found Mesa. Mesa questioned, "Young master, why are you here? It's dangerous." Jin said, "Don't worry about me, can you walk?" Mesa replied, "Yes, but I don't think I can run." Suddenly, they heard some sound. Mesa said, "Can you promise me one thing? If we end up in a really dangerous situation, just leave me behind. You are far too important to suffer a terrible fate here." Jin said, "Let's leave first, it's dangerous." When they came out, Jin noticed that's the work of a beastman. They are from a battle tribe as well. It revealed it was the White Wolf tribe. Mesa said, "Young master, I will stall for time." Jin knocked her out. The White Wolf said, "Useless brats. There's no reason to keep them alive if they can't even put out a fire. Are you the one responsible for all this, child?" Jin replied, "Yes, I am Chiron Runkedel's son. Jin Runkendel, state your name." "Beastman." A few days before the start of the Gene Kingdom mission, Runkendel family house. Murikan said, "Do you have a death wish or something? I know I told you, you are not skilled enough yet, so if you release your sword, you will just get intoxicated by shadow energy. If you don't want to die from shadow energy overdose, don't try to awaken your sword again, got it?" Wee Wolf said, "Runkendel, that's right, it's today, the day my most valuable hunt will change. My name is Quajito Truca. I am a warrior of the Truca family, the White Wolf tribe, a tribe said to have been born for battle and slaughter. A fully matured White Wolf tribesman is on average a 6-star warrior at the very least. The White Wolf tribe is known to loathe the Runkendel family, and the reason for this is that, in the past, Runkendel's first patriarch had invited their god, the great White Wolf Javier, and killed him. Jin thought, I won't be able to run away from him with Mesa. Quajito Truca said, I will offer you to Javier's altar and bring his tormented soul to peace. Now choose, will you have an honorable battle with me, or will you be torn to shreds after running away like a coward? Jin said, I will engage in an honorable fight. Quajito Truca launched attack. Even though Jin dodged the first attack, the second attack was fast. Jin blocked with his sword and thought he really is from the White Wolf tribe. Just blocking his attack is bringing me to my limits. However, I do have a chance at victory. I have a card I can play that my enemy knows nothing about. My sister's pendant, magic and shadow energy. The pendant is not something to waste on a threat of this level. If I can't surpass a threat of this level, then it simple means I don't have the qualifications to become strong. Magic is also not a suitable card. I can't penetrate a White Wolf tribesman's pelt with 4-star magic, and if someone is dispatched from the clan in order to investigate Kinzello, the Guardian Knight would immediately detect traces of magic. If that happens, it will be revealed that I've committed a taboo of the clan. That leaves only one choice, shadow energy, releasing my sword. Quajito Truca said, that's a good sword, Runkendel Brad. It does not match the black sword that your family is famous for, but you are stronger than you look. This is the end, Runkendel Brad. Jin thought, recall the sensation of releasing your sword on that night. I have to recall it now. Quajito Truca said, what? I can't see. Jin said, I also could not understand why my family was famed for their black swords. Until recently, that was a good fight. Then shadow energy start causing Jin in pain. Multiple voice start pop in Jin's mind. Useless bastard. What are you going to do when you are that weak? What an idiot. He does not understand his situation. You are the shame of our clan. Despite being born of the same womb, You are an incomparable shame. Mirakin said, what did I say, you damn brat? I told you that if you try to release your sword with such a lack of shadow energy, there would be a price to pay, did not I? Are you just going to bite the dust after being intoxicated by shadow energy? Stand. It will all be over if you lose yourself. Don't you already know what you have to do? Jin thought shadow energy release. It's getting swept away by the surrounding shadow energy, so I can't use shadow energy release properly. I can't let it get swept away again. Let's try again. Keep your cool. Again. Soon. Jin wonders, did I get through it all right? The pain disappeared all at once, but that itself worries me. My body is not any different from how it usually is, but I feel like I am stuffed with shadow energy. It won't affect my movement, so I need to take Mesa back. Jin questioned, who's there? Are you Canzello? So there were some survivors remaining? Huh? The guy said, I am Semberville, of the Jin Kingdom's Ville family. Jin said, so it's you. I am Jin Runkendel. I was ordered to search for you. Semberville said, oh lord, it's a Runkendel, I am alive. I will never forget this kindness of yours. Jin said, forget it. I am being paid to do this. Let's head back now. Anyway, Sember, how did you end up getting kidnapped by Canzello? Sember said, well, I followed my lover all the way here. The truth is my lover died 2 years ago. However, her face, her voice, even the 2 moles on her wrist, all of them were exactly the same as when she was still alive. I must sound crazy right now, but it's true. There's no way I was mistaken. Jin thought all of them are the same. This is likely the work of Bubert Gaston and his transformation abilities. They probably kidnapped Sember for money. Is there some kind of connection between Bubert and Canzello? This is the second time I've gotten involved with him since I left the Storm Castle at age 10. Something feels off. I will have to meet him and see for myself what kind of person he is. Luckily, his atelier is in the Kurano Principality's capital. I will have to find a chance to go see him while I am in the intermediate training class. Jin told Sember reinforcement from the main family should arrive soon. So head back. Sember questioned, did you call the Guardian Knights for my sake? Jin thought it was not me. They came because of Mesa. Sember said, I will forever remember our meeting today. If you ever need my help, please just let me know. Soon. Gilly said, congratulations on successfully completing your first mission, young master. I am very impressed. You must be tired. I prepared the bath for you. Mirakin said, hey. Jin said, look who it is. Butterfly, were you a good boy while I was gone? Mirakin bite on Jin's hand. Jin immediately throw him to his side. Mirakin said, are you crazy? Did you go mad? I told you not use shadow energy release. How many times have I told you that it'd ruin you? It was all for your sake. Jin said, just listen to me. Mirakin ignored and said, listen to what? There's nothing to listen to. What's more important in this world than the life of Sadare's only contractor? Jin said, I watched my pupil get kidnapped before my very eyes. Was I supposed to just forget about it? Who knows what they could have done? Mirakin said, and that pendant, is that just for decoration? That's not something for you to just wear around so casually. Jin said, it'd be a waste. Who knows what kind of strong enemies I could end up facing. Wait, what's there to be shocked about? But how did you know that I released the sword? Mirakin said, your shadow energy suddenly jumped from 3-star to mid 4-star. How would I not? Jin said, I did feel that I was overflowing with shadow energy, but to think I'd go up a whole star. Mirakin said, you better thank Sadare for his grace. There are 10 people that have experienced shadow energy intoxication. No, it's 11 now. Anyway, 9 of them died from it. Jin said, I am of the 2 that survived. So who's the other? The founder? Mirakin replied, no, it's me. If it was Temar, he would have died. Jin said, so you and I were basically the same. Don't worry, I don't want to experience the pain a second time either. I am gonna go wash up. Mirakin told Gilly, we have to let him starve so he can get himself together. Gilly said, I will be off to prepare young master's meal. Then. Meanwhile, someone said there's no way Jen could have won a fight against a white wolf tribe warrior. Another guy replied, of course, though he could have if it was a bandit in wolf pelt. New Runkendel, 8th flag bearer of Runkendel, said he's only just become a 3-star knight. How could he have killed a white wolf? And Runkendel, 9th flag bearer of Runkendel, replied, no. There may have been a chance he did, if the guy the youngest faced was particularly weak. New said, even so, it's still impossible. It makes even less sense that Mother just believed that up front, and said, don't you think so too? Hey Tona? Daytona. Hey Tona replied, of course. Daytona whisper, maybe Jen really did kill him? Hey Tona said, however much of a monster he is, that's just impossible. The problem is not whether he killed a white wolf, it's that he will be joining the intermediate class now. Daytona said, that's true. If Jin comes to the intermediate class, it will be the end of us. This is depressing. Mew said, you two blockheads. What are you whispering about so noisily? Are you that scared of the youngest joining the intermediate class? And said, be honest with your elder sisters. I hate mouths that spit out lies the most in this world. So much that I want to just rip it off. Then they replied, we are scared of Jin. And question, then should your sisters here help you out, I will specially lend them to you. So make good use of them. Our slaves. Runkendel's intermediate training class follows the law of the jungle absolutely. As 3-star to 5-star knights are all here. There are both newcomers and people that have been in the class for over 10 years. My and Anne would select a few cadets and treat them like slaves, and said you can take them and show the youngest his place. We oughtn't quite like him either. You see, if you can't do it properly, you better resolve yourselves. My beloved brothers, back to Jin. He wonders I've successfully accomplished my first mission, so it's been decided that I will enroll in the intermediate class. My shadow energy has reached 4-star 2. If I want to be able to bring out my shadow energy properly, I will need to get my swordsmanship to the 6-star level within 5 years. 6-star means you are a remarkable swordsman. At 7-star you are a master. Well, this much is still only remarkable to normal people. If one reaches 8-star and beyond, they become an irregularity. Out of the 2 billion people on the continent, there are not even 100 who reach 9 or 10-star, and there is only one person who has surpassed that. The demigod, the celestial knight. In this life, I will become a celestial knight. No, I will surpass that. Well, for now I will face problems after I enroll. The Toner brothers are in the intermediate class. Even if I have not experienced it, I know after you enter the intermediate class, even brothers will turn on each other, old or young, in order to keep the other in check. Everyone in the basic class is young and their skill level is about the same, so everyone gets along rather well. But in the intermediate class, anyone that's soft-hearted could never make it. There's only one thing for me to do in that place where strength and skill are everything. With brute strength, I will dominate the intermediate class. Soon, Rosa said, I heard you safely executed this mission. The result was very satisfying. Jin replied, thank you, mother. Rosa said, as for Petro's report, I was told that you refused my recommendation to move rooms. As you know, only children who will become the next Patriarch can use that room. It has been empty since Joshua used it when he was young, but I'd like for you to start using it. Jin replied, thank you, mother, however I have to refuse. It was a good room. It is still just a room. It is much too large and extravagant for me. Rosa questioned, will you really not accept it? Jin replied, yes, I've already made my decision. After Jin left, Rosa said, does the youngest just not have any sense of greed or too much greed? I can't tell. Rosa thought what I offered him is a room allowed only to children who will be responsible for Runkendel in the future. I am sure he also knows of the support he will receive along with a room from the moment he enters it. However, it's also true that he will become the target of those who did not receive it. So he figured out that I was testing him. I will look forward to your performance in the intermediate class. Soon. Jin said, we will be advanced to the intermediate training class from tomorrow. The intermediate class is made up of several factions. You will be part of my faction. You will be forced into territorial battles and face harassment. But don't be too scared. I don't plan on just watching as that happens. And such things are bound to disappear once I completely suppress the intermediate class. Until then, move in groups of 3, even when you are not training, and avoid acting alone. Got it? Next day. This guy is Zed Runkendel, senior member of Runkendel 8-star Knight, Chiron Runkendel's younger brother. Zed said 10 new rookies entered this year and 27 dropped out. Rookies learn how we do things in the intermediate class from your seniors. I only teach swordsmanship and assess your performance. It will be up to you all to take care of all incidents, excluding murder. Let me ask the seniors, what do I always emphasize? The seniors yell the weak are not needed in Runkendel. Jin thought so noisy. They are trying to discourage us. The Tona twins are over there. The ugly guy next to them seems to have been a trainee for a long time. There's no way the twins won him over on their own. They must have received help from sisters Mai and Dan. They must have been trying to discourage the rookies, but I should let them know that they have misunderstood something greatly. They Tona and Haytona thought, what the hell? Why is he coming this way? Don't get scared, we have the support of sisters. Jin cut off the guy's arm and wonders the one who needs to receive a hazing is not me, but you all. Jin said, call a medic. Jin said, trainee, what is your name? The guy replied, Kajin Romero. Jin questioned, do you know why I cut off your arm? Daytona said, are you ignoring us? Unsheath your sword again. Jin then said, brothers, can't you see that I am talking to Kajin here? I will accept your duel later, so please stay quiet. Hey Tona said, you little rat, how dare you act this way after slashing my trainee? Jin said, my trainee? Is he part of your faction? He had a hint of bloodlust when looking at me, so I slashed him. Zed thought a hierarchy battle, so they got hit back hard after trying to suppress their little brother. Because of the Tona twins, Kajin's position as part of Tona twins faction has been solidified. Thanks to that, Jin's actions have become not simply an unforeseen act, but a hierarchy battle, a long-standing tradition of Runkendel. Zed wonders he's done quite a daring act. Jin yell, all trainees listen, I am Jin Runkendel. You may point your swords toward me or even launch a surprise attack on me, like I just did. However, if you even show the slightest hint of hostility toward me, I will not hesitate to attack you. Zed said, Jin Runkendel, the family's 13th son, the youngest, do you think you can dare do such a thing before me? Jin replied, I do. Zed questioned, why is that? Jin said, because I believe that I did not fight the Tona twins, but yo, elder. Zed said, you fought with me? You say? How interesting. Explain based on your response. I might behead you on the spot. Jin said, you have chosen to use a unique kind of hazing on the cadets, despite me being among the class. I thought of that as you attacking me. Zed launched a slash attack, slightly sliced on Jin's face. Zed questioned, so you were unhappy about me hazing the cadets, so you caused this commotion? Jin replied, excluding the part where I am unhappy. Everything is as per what you said. Zed said, in that case, you should have drawn your sword against me. Why did you injure a cadet instead? Jin replied, that is because I can't win against you yet. If I had thought that I could win, I would not have gone for Kajin or my brothers. But you. Zed said, it seems you don't treasure your life very much, or you simply put too much trust into the fact that you are the Patriarch's son. Jin said, that is not true. I simply did not think that just sitting on my hands because my opponent is stronger than me is something that a Runkendel would do. While losing your life could be just an instant, honor is forever. Zed said, how foolish. That bravado of yours is so foolish that it makes me your uncle happy. Alright, I will give it to you. You are truly worthy of living within the Runkendel family. Cadets, don't you all forget about today. What you've seen today is what being in the Runkendel family is like. What this brat shown us is our identity as sword fanatics. Cadets, struggle away, don't forget your identities. You are dismissed. Your training starts tomorrow. Jin told Tona brothers, I will give you guys a piece of advice as your youngest brother. You might be more scared of our elder brothers and sisters right now, but would that be the same in the future? Don't just focus on what's in front of you from now on. It will be better for you to act while thinking of the future as well. Soon, Jin told Gilly, I've begun the hierarchy war with the Tona twins, but I think that my older sisters Anne and Mai are probably backing them. Gilly replied, the two of them, is that true? Jin said, yes, I hurt one of the cadets that was with my brothers. After some digging, it seems he belonged to my sister's faction. Well, because of my brother's slip of the tongue, he's now become part of their faction though. If my sisters come to know about that, they will probably be furious. In the first place, there's no way my brothers would be able to have a 5-star knight in their faction, since people usually only take in others who are weaker than them into their faction. Dilly said, but both young ladies are already playing the role of the flagbearer though. It is an unspoken rule that flagbearers should only fight other flagbearers. Jin said, it's alright, I am actually happy that my sisters have begun to keep me in check. This is a huge blow to my sisters, but since they are both flagbearers, there is no reason for them to come and harass me. The only thing they could do would be to mess with the allocation of my team members and the difficulty of my missions using their authority as flagbearers, so that I could easily get hurt or die. However, there are a lot of solo missions among the missions with a high difficulty, and in solo missions, there won't be anyone to keep an eye on me, which means that I can use my full strength freely in solo missions. Gilly said, in that case, it's actually a great opportunity. Jin replied, that's right. I just need to be thankful to my sisters and rack up my records, and I am sure there would not be a problem with bringing a cat along with me. But Murikin, I won't bring you to my missions, since I have other tasks for you to do. Murikin questioned, other tasks? What is it? Jin said, I will tell you next time. So until then, the two of you have to lay low first. Soon. Zed said, moving forward after the three of you finish your afternoon training, you will be doing special training in this secret training ground that's only meant for those who carry the blood of the Runkendel family. These are special privileges given to you purebloods, but don't expect the training to be easy, understood? Our family's swordsmanship focuses on power. It's destructive and unhesitant. To battle to win, to possess the traits of a Runkendel are reflected in our swordsmanship. There's no specific definition for our family's swordsmanship. While there are secret and ultimate techniques, those can only be learned when you are a flagbearer. Jin thought looks like my sisters kicked up a huge fuss. Zed said the swordsmanship has no fixed form whether it's in regards to the footwork or the principles. This is the biggest difference between the Runkendel family and other martial families. Do you know why our family's swordsmanship has no fixed form? Jin replied it's because of the unique physical abilities and talent that the Runkendel family possesses. Zed said that's right, being a Runkendel means you have a blessed bloodline. You possess a physical body and talent for the sword that way surpasses the imagination of a normal human. Even if there are slight deviations, you are still way above the average. What you guys have learned so far has been very simple and easy. I will now give each of you a steel ball. Jin wonders what's this? There's something inside. Steel fragments. Zed said this is called a clear rock, because when you hit it a clear sound will ring. I will now let you hear the 3 types of sound that the clear rock makes, so listen carefully. This is quite an unpleasant sound, is not it? This is the next sound. As you've just heard, the sounds that the clear rock makes differs depending on the strength you use when you hit it. If you don't strike it hard enough, it will make a very unclear sound, and if you strike it with just the right amount of strength, the sound it makes is utterly beautiful. Jin thought I see. The training is to make it so that our beautiful sound will be made every time we strike it, which means, it is to train our strength, control, mental fortitude and concentration. If we take the physical abilities of the Runkendel family into consideration, this is indeed the perfect training, despite being a simple one, but even so, it's just a drill where we hit the clear rock repeatedly. This is too safe to be the special training for Runkendels only. Zed said now, the last sound. Jin thought what's the 3rd sound? I heard rattling sounds from within the clear rock. It felt like steel fragments. No way. Jin told Tona twins to lie down. Next second it exploded. Zed said the youngest sure has good instincts. Huh? Yeah, if you strike the clear rock too hard, it will explode like it just did. Alright, now that you know everything you need to know, start training. Zed said you are the first ones to not get hurt after Luna. Most of your siblings have learned from me, so this British performance is a rite of passage of sort. I did not think we'd have another unharmed child. Jin asked how Luna's sister had avoided it. Zed said I think you'd be disappointed if you heard. All your brothers were as well. Luna, well, to be precise, unlike you, she did not evade it just like the others. She ended up taking the explosion head on, but she was so sturdy she did not get hurt at all. Anyway, from now on, the 3 of you will be striking the clear rock until you are able to produce a clear sound at any given time and situation. Do you understand? Meanwhile, Luna's nanny said this is about what you told me earlier. Luna said yeah, you are referring to the sibling that tried to assassinate Jin, right? Luna's nanny replied yes, I am suspicious of young ladies Maya and Anne, considering how they are trying to keep Jin in check. I believe it is highly likely that they were behind it. They do act out, but would they really? Are they crazy enough to assassinate someone in the Storm Castle? Taking someone still in the Storm Castle as an opponent in the Succession Wars is prohibited. On top of that, if father were to hear such a plan, the family would be turned upside down and their own lives would be at risk? No. Luna's nanny replied, then what are the chances of young Mazer Jin lying or misunderstanding something? Luna said he was 10 at the time, so I do believe that both cases are possible. To be honest, since then we've been investigating for 5 years, but we still have not gotten any results. I don't think Jin would have lied. He was still being cautious around me then. It was not because he simply felt awkward, but because he felt his life was in danger. It was that kind of atmosphere. Luna's nanny questioned, then shall we investigate young ladies Maya and Anne? Luna said yes, please. I am anxious about the fact that we have not found anything out up until now. It feels ominous. Luna's nanny replied, I feel anxious as well. I am worried you will be hurt by your siblings once again. Luna said, Nanny, I've long passed my 30th birthday. Are not you worrying too much? Anyway, I wonder if Jin's doing well. Luna's nanny said, are you referring to Zed's training? Luna said, yep, he should be starting to feel the effects of my mind's eye training just about now. Getting hit by the clear stone would hurt a lot. I am sure he did fine. It's nice watching someone as they grow. The next day, after the start of afternoon training 4 hours later, back to Jin, he wonders this training out of all the ones I've done so far, this feels the worst. Zed said 5-minute break. Jin thought it was training to control your strength and sharpen your mind, but I was wrong. I need to first increase the destructive power of my aura. Uncle was able to blow up the clear stone without using aura, but I am lacking in base physical strength, so I need to make up for my lacking strength by sharpening my aura. First I will have to sharpen my aura to hear the clear sound. Only then will I be able to break the clear stone. Don't rush it, take it slow. It was something even those stupid brothers of mine were able to do in my previous life. That means there's no way I can't do it. Zed thought they are all holding on well, but that kid is special. Who knows, he might even be able to break Luna's record. Afterward, Zed told Jin, tell your brothers that, if they plan on collapsing tomorrow, they should not come. Zed thought the Toner brothers collapsed far later than expected. It seems they are truly Runkenels too, and the youngest is, just why is he the youngest? If only he were born 10 years ago, he could have grasped the entirety of Runkendel in his hands. It's such a shame. 1 month later, March 1795, Intermediate Cadets Training Facility. An instructor said the intermediate training class has received its first mission. All cadets whose names are called are to come forward. The first mission is a guarding mission. You are to guard the rookies from the Public Blacksmith Association. The guards are. Next, the third mission is a demon beast subjugation. Your targets are orcs. The location will be the unguarded areas of the Kurno Principality. The participants will be Mesa, Vielup, Scott, Tamant, Kiko, Jason, Eddington, Sierra, Pills, David. These 10. There are 25 orcs that must be subjugated. Because orcs band together and move in groups, you must harden your resolve and devote yourself to the mission. A night behind said orc subjugation, even though they are newbies, they will come back beaten half to death. Kajin laughed and said, we still have time until the mission starts, so how about writing your will? Another guy said, or maybe you'd like to make a request to young Master Jin? Please save us, I am so scared. Came tried to argue with him. Mesa stopped and said, hold it in. We are not yet skilled enough to fight against them. We still have our mission ahead of us, so getting injured would be troublesome as well. Stay still. This is Runkendel. We must carry out the mission we've received and we must come back after successfully completing our mission. That's what we can do to knock them down a peg, the only method we have. Back to Daytona. He broke the rock, caused an explosion. Daytona accidentally banged to Jin due to explosion. He questioned, are you alright? Jin said, I am fine, so can you do that somewhere away from me? Jin thought, it's been about a month since I've started training with the clear rocks, and my older brothers have also started to blow them up. But what was that sensation I just felt? It was like a path of iron beads were drawn. It's drawn so clearly, like the trajectory of an incoming arrow. I will definitely be able to avoid it. Perhaps this sensation is related to the training I received from Sister Luna. Then before I forget this sensation, one more time, Zed yell, attention, you have been given a mission. Kona twins said, an event and it's in the Bement Empire. I am already feeling nauseous and exhausted. I hate banquet attire, it's so stuffy. Zed said, my condolences, my nephews. Thanks to you all, the other brothers won't need to dance at the Imperial party. But even if it's at an event, you dare to sigh on a mission? Show me attitude one more time and I will make sure you feel that you'd want to be dead instead. Jin thought sisters Mai and Anne are also mean to punish their ignorant brothers by sending them to a social event at the Bement Empire. Zed said, it's a big event that will be hard to decline. Even for you Runkendel, there will be other strong people attending for entertainment. Go and take a good look since you could learn a thing or two from them. And the youngest one, the task assigned to you is a VIP assassination. The target is the Talaris, the master of the Ice Palace's toy. In other words, it's one of her many lovers. You know about the Ice Palace and its master, right? The Ice Palace refers to the huge tower in the middle of the western sea of the continent. The master of the Ice Palace refers to the tower's owner. The current 51st master of the Ice Palace, Talaris Endorma, is nicknamed Spider of the Abyss, and is famous for being endlessly merciless to those who touch her lovers. The Ice Palace is an independent force outside the influence of Runkendel and Zipple. You have a grasp on how strong the Ice Palace and the master of the Ice Palace is, right? The name of the target is Elcaro Chenderer. Currently, he's being escorted by the people of the Ice Palace and is staying at the lawless zone of Mehmet. Kona twins discussing, if it's in Mehmet, they will get what the Guardian Knights have to offer. Is not this too much? Even if the youngest is good? Jin said, the clients are the Chenderer family. Is it correct that the Chenderer family requested to have their own child killed? Zed said, that's right, it seems they've done everything they could to bring him back. But looks like everything's failed. They must have decided that it's better to have him dead than let their family's secret out. What do you think about this mission? Can you do it? Jin replied, I will do it. Zed thought, this boy, he should know about the master of the Ice Palace and Mehmet, but he's going to just accept it. If he said it was unreasonable, I was going to say something to the guards. Zed said, it's fine, I like that you are straightforward. The three of you will leave 2 days later. Kona twins said, Uncle, is Jin really going to Mehmet? Zed replied, he said willing to go. So there's no reason for me to stop him. Until the mission afternoon training is cancelled, make sure your personal training does not affect the mission. Tona twins told Jin if you need to, just expose yourself and say you are a Runkendel, then no one will be able to bother you. Jin said how surprising for you both to worry about me. Tona twins replied no, when did we? We said this so you won't die, because we are going to destroy you. Jin said older brothers, until I return make a definite decision. If you like the older sisters more or me. Jin successfully hit on the rock without explosion then he left. Zed told Tona twins like the youngest has said, prepare yourselves, and until you are both strong enough, don't go against him, if you want to live a long life, that is. 2 days later, Belop said young master, you are going to Mehmet, the lawless zone, but your hair color. Jin replied yes, I am in disguise, I can't get exposed as a Runkendel. My task is different from you all so I need to go to a different teleportation gate. Your mission is a subjugation mission, right? Mesa replied yes. Jin said your expressions are dark, did something happen? Mesa replied nothing, we only came to say our farewells before you left. Jin replied what do you mean farewells? This won't be the last time we meet. Well, if I am unlucky, one of us might die. But nothing will change even if you worry, right? So you must all focus on the task that's assigned to you, since I will definitely return. So don't get injured because of needless worrying. Belop said yes, please be careful. Afterward, Jin told Murikan right, so please look after them well. Murikan said don't worry this body is the Great Black. Jin said and you must not get caught or be obvious. Murikan madly said damn it, this damn brat, you be careful not to get caught. Don't be careless because you trust your disguise. I am going. Gilly said Sir Murikan is not here either, it will be quiet for a while. Jin said think of this as a vacation. Dilia will bring back a souvenir when I return. Gilly replied but you are going to assassinate the Ice Palace Master's lover. I am worried. I know that the young master is not a mid-class cadet, but Mehmet is a dangerous place, so please look after yourself. Mehmet the lawless zone, a land where the worst of the criminals gather. A man yelled get the newcomer, you bastard. A guy replied are not you tonk, did you come here again cause you got caught? The sanctuary of the outlaws because of the energy that came from these terrible humans. There were rumors that even weeds did not grow. A guy said seems like we really do have a newcomer this time. Jin threw a coin and said cold water and light snack. Tonk said you are just a newcomer but you don't carry yourself like one. Who are you? Are you some 9-star knight from somewhere? Seeing Jin ignored him Tonk said newcomer if you came to Mehmet you should have learnt the rules of Mehmet. Get on your knees and lick my toes. Jin took out dagger sliced on Tonk's neck and questioned how long are you going to make me wait? Others start laughed and said I knew he would end up like that someday. Jin thought like master said all the crazy humans are gathered here. If you want to get a passing grade from the outlaws here, you need to show them a level of courage and skill. Even in my past life, I got lots of help. I hope that a day will come that I can repay the debt to you, teacher. The owner of the inn said I did not put poison in it. Jin replied poisoning is not allowed in this area. I know that much. The owner replied you know a lot. Young man, is one of your family members from here? Jin said you don't need to know and give a gold coin. The owner questioned what do you want? Drugs? There's a recent product that is really good. If it's not that, are you looking for someone? Jin said the latter. Perhaps is there someone who goes by the name of Hister? The owner answered no I am certain. Jin said then I would be grateful if you could recommend me a place to stay, a places where bugs can't crawl in. The owner said there is only one place like that, an inn in the west of the city called Moonlight Well. That's the place where the kings of Mehmet stay, so there's no need to cause a fuss. Jin thought Alcaraz is the count's foolish young master. He grew up not knowing what suffering is. He's crazy about pleasure and entertainment. The only thing he has is a pretty face and his family name, but the strong and strong to the weak. The reason why he's waiting idly in this dangerous city is because he wants to attract the attention of the master of the Ice Palace, then the only place that he could be in this inn. Just now I am certain that he said there was a new drug in the mid. There's a high chance that he's in his room doing drugs. Since he's the lover of the master of the Ice Palace, I am certain that he will have escort guards. First, I should get a grasp of the situation in the lobby. When Jin entered the inn, a young man yelled to a guard why are you saying that I can't you saved me yesterday? Jin thought I am lucky to think that I would see him straight away. The guard said you cannot do it anymore. Alcaro said how annoying. Please I beg of you if I don't have it. I don't have the confidence that I can last an hour. The guard said you cannot. Our duty is to protect you. The young master, you have to keep in mind that you are not being pampered. Alcaro said be quiet I don't want to listen. Shut up. If you don't get it, then I have my own plans, you good-for-nothing bastard. I will remember all your faces when my darling returns. I will have all your heads. How dare you sign in front of me? The guard hit on Alcaro. Alcaro said, you commoner scumbag bastards, I am the Xander of families. Another knight questioned, until when do we need to protect this scumbag? The guard said it'd be great if he could just die while doing drugs. I don't know why that person is keeping a bastard like him alive. Another knight reminds, be quiet, we will only do what is required of us. Personal feelings are not allowed. Jin thought the escort guards seemed to be around 6-star or above. Killing Alcaro seems to be easier than I thought, but their problem is what will happen after. I need to find a way to kill him, avoid the escort guards and return safely. Not using poison is an unwritten rule of Mamit, so if I use poison, the whole of Mamit will be in an uproar. The escort guards will be a problem if I kill him outright. A secret way of killing Alcaro in the Moonlight Well's secret room. Okay, I've decided. Meanwhile, a lady questioned, so how many escort guards are with him? The man with mask replied 6. The lady said, all of you are going through so much trouble because of a guy who does not know his place. Another man with mask said, well, today will be the end of all that, right? Because the young lady is here to personally get rid of him. The lady said, I can kill a guy like him anytime. You said Moonlight Well, right? Let's go quickly. Suddenly, an electric hit on Moonlight Well N. The lady said, they must be crazy. I think they chose the wrong day to do that. Back too early. Jin thought, I will terrorize the Moonlight Well from within my room using magic. Once I add on my 4-star shadow energy, I will have 6 stars of destructive force. Once I use magic of that level, they will have decided that it must be a 6-star magician at the very least. Who would think that a child who is barely 15 could be a 6-star magician? Nobody. Even Veridin Zipple has just become a 6-star magician. On top of that, thanks to the traits of shadow energy, I won't leave any traces of magic being used, so there would be no reason to suspect me. Jin said, if I want to make it look like it came from the outside, calling down a thunderbolt should suffice. Jin casts shadow energy release and wonders, now matter how I think about it. This is quite the half-witted plan. Summon lighting. Back to present. The lady is Ceres Endorma, Ice Palace 7-sword blacksmith, daughter of the Ice Palace's master. Ceres' guard said, it seems like there's a high-ranked magician that bears a grudge against the Moonlight Well. Ceres said that could be true, but they might be after our Ice Palace. We have 6 members in the inn. On top of that, Mother's lover, Alcaro, is inside as well. Let's go. Whatever happened to Alcaro, keep our members' lives as your utmost priority. The guard named Hetan. Ceres reminds to be careful. Hetan dodged the last attack of lightning. Ceres said, I hope they are all safe. Jin thought maybe it was because I used all my remaining shadow energy on that last thunderbolt, but its force was close to 7-star. Thanks to the pendant, I managed to avoid any fatal injuries. All of the Ice Palace's units seem to be alive. But where is Alcaro? If he's alive now would be a good chance. Ceres moved towards Jin and said, so there was someone my age in Mamit. Are you alright? You got caught up in this attack as well. Getting outside right now would be for the best. Hurry and get up. Hetan said, young lady, our members are over there. They did get injured, but they are all safe. Ceres said, what a relief, tell everyone to gather outside. If they are still escorting Alcaro, just tell them to kill him. Since all the magic seems similar, this attack was definitely launched by a single person. If you find a magician, capture them. Jin thought, is she the Ice Palace's master's daughter? Considering what she said, it seems like she came here to deal with Alcaro. Since he will die anyway, I guess there's no need to check on him. The problem is what comes next. It will be troublesome if the Ice Palace's master's daughter remembers my face. I will just have to cover my face as much as I can. Pretend I just got caught up in all this and get away. A knight said, young lady, it's truly a shame. Alcaro died as a result of the magic earlier. We failed to escort him. Ceres said, is that so? Good. I came here to save you the trouble of escorting him to begin with. You've all done well dealing with that idiot's temper. Ceres said, from now on, this inn is under the Ice Palace's control. I am Ceres Endorma, the daughter of Talaris, the master of the Ice Palace, and the commander of the 7 swords of the Ice Palace. Anyone who opposes this will be deemed an enemy of the Ice Palace. A man said, don't joke around. Whether you are the Ice Palace's master's daughter or not, this is Mamit. The kings of this city are in charge here. Exerting control here is clearly outside your bounds. Ceres killed the man and said, I believe I said that if you oppose this, you will be deemed any enemy of the Ice Palace. Mamit's king? Has playing king in this trash pit led to the Ice Palace being looked down upon? If it is revealed that this attack was launched against the Ice Palace, you will receive sufficient compensation. However, if the magician's target was one of you and the Ice Palace was caught up in the attack, what should we do? Don't you think it's clear why we should have authority over this place? First we should search for them among the survivors. It should not be any of us. There is not a single magician here. However, who knows what scumbags like you could have done to incur someone's wrath. Leave your opposition at that. And you wise a kid like you staying here? Did not you hear me when I told you to get out? Jin said it's a bit scary. I injured my leg too. Sorry. Ceres said you sure have a lot of fear for a man. What's a swordsman acting so cute for? Here, roll up your pants. Still, you are quite lucky. You managed to survive this attack. I Ceres am applying ointment for you too. Consider it an honor. Jin questioned, how should I pay you back for this kindness? Ceres said, forget it. It's not a big deal. How could someone like you repay someone like me anyway? Just think of it as you making some good memories. Greet the Ice Palace when you think of this every now and then too. Bye. Then, Jin wonders mission completed. Back to Mesa Group. A knight said, I think we can return without anyone dying. We already killed 18 orcs. Mesa remind, don't be careless. There are still 7 monsters left. Mesa thought the orcs that move around in hordes are moving around by themselves, so it's easier to kill them. I think the gods are looking out for us, or Master Jin received the gods' protection and that good energy rubbed off onto us. Mesa said, now, let's get back to the search. Let's stay focused till the end, be vigilant. Murican thought, so they guess they have 7 left. Sigh, if they catch 7 more then I can go home too. A few days ago, the day Jin's division was assigned the mission, Murican said, has everyone gathered? Listen well, you orc bastards. From today onwards, make sure you go around by yourselves. If you disobey my orders or roam around in tows, I'm going to kill all of you. Got it? If you understand, disperse right now. Back to present. Murican said, anyways, that child keeps making me do annoying things. So what if he's the 1,000-year contractor? So what? He's everything shit. I am going to ask him to buy me new Manhwa books when I get back. In this body I should at least do that much to finish this mission with no one dying. Suddenly, Murican sensed something and wonders, what's this force? It's coming this way. Shit, where did guys like that suddenly appear from? I don't think it's just going to go back. It's a relief that those children are around 3-star. If it was Jin, he would have noticed my barrier right away. Bellop wonders, I think it's darker than before. Is it going to rain? Murican said, how dare someone spread their force without my permission? It's not a living being, but a relic from ancient times, a graveyard giant. I am certain that our dragon clan got rid of all of them 2,000 years ago. On top of that, why would the giants that guard the graves of the dead gods be here? No matter the reason, this is not a very pleasant reunion. I will finish this in one breath. Murican said, is it because it's been a while since I've used my powers? My whole body hurts. There's no way a graveyard giant appeared by coincidence. No matter how much I think about this, I think this incident has something to do with the Zipple family. Just what on earth is happening to this world? It'd be best if I don't tell the kid first. If something happens, I can just protect him. If the kid grows at this rate for 10 years, he will be able to against the Zipple family. Meanwhile, this man is transformation sorcerer Bubbear Gaston. Bubbear's told Sir Vishkal, there's a problem. My art the graveyard giant. Vishkal, head of the Kanzello revolutionary group, replied, I've already heard the news that they were attacked by graveyard giants during the night. Bubbear said, that's right. Just who on earth would think to do such a gruesome thing like destroying my art? Vishkal said, Bubbear, that's not what's important right now. The one who defeated the giant was a dragon, and a shadow dragon at that. I personally went to the scene to check. Bubbears replied, a dragon? Are you saying that the dragons have noticed our work? Vishkal said, I am not certain, but I think they are warning us. For the time being, take a good look around here. I will send you useful people. I should hold a meeting with the Zipple family soon. Soon. Zed said, you've safely completed your mission and come back from the mid in one piece. The flag bearers that gave you this mission took a nice blow from that. They will definitely get annoyed by what happened this time. Alright, all units, dismissed. Meanwhile, someone told Kajin, have you heard the rumors? Somehow by chance, on the same day a magician terrorized the inn the assassination target was staying at. What an unfair world we live in. Not only is he a Runkendel, he's also got godly luck. No matter how much some people struggle, they won't be able to get further than intermediate cadet. Who knows if they were skilled? By young Master Jin is just barely 4-star and his band of newcomers are all 3-star, are not they? Kajin said, what would you do? Then, even if he's the condescending youngest young master, he is still a pure-blooded Runkendel. New, until a young lady and gives a direct order. There's nothing we can do. Then they noticed Jin walking toward them. Jin said, it's quite a shame, but I can hear everything. My friends, Kajin Romero, is your arm all right? Kajin replied yes. The medical team said that it was easy to reattach, thanks to how cleanly you cut it off. Jin replied, I see. Anyway, it seems you were having quite an interesting discussion. Kajin said, yes, the most people that are a dime dozen like us can do when faced with you, young Master Jin, is talk behind your back. Please overlook this matter. Jin said, well, whether I do or don't does not matter. I am not a flag bearer yet. Strictly speaking, it does not even concern you. Kajin replied, strictly speaking, was it? You could have someone like me whipped with just one word, could not you? Jin said, why would I do that? Kajin said, because I'm acting quite insolent right now. Jin said, it sure is an eyesore. Kajin said, in my eyes, seeing the young master receive everyone's acknowledgements after having completed a mission through luck is not all that pleasant either. Jin said, it seems there is a misunderstanding. The reason I said that you are an eyesore is not because you are taunting me, nor was it because you were acting insolent before me. Kajin, you as a 5-star knight, your skill is outstanding among the cadets in the intermediate class. In fact, you maybe even be stronger than me. Then why do you stand back and simple speak behind others' backs? I am sure I said that you are free to challenge me at any time. Kajin said, is that true? Jin said, yes, raise your sword. There's no reason to go easy on me. Let's do this properly. Kajin said, it sounds as though you are suggesting that we should not put a limit on our aura. You heard me right, you will regret this. Jin thought his attacks are heavy for sure, but they are nothing compared to the people I will fight in the future. Kajin said, do you see the truth now? Young master, you are still too unskilled to fight against me. Jin continuously blocked and dodged the attacks. Jin thought, I can see it. Just like that day when I was hit by the steel orbs because of Haytona, I am starting to see trajectory that Kajin's attack will take. There are an infinite number of paths his sword can take to cut through the air, but there are not many that a 5-star knight can make use of, especially when the opponent is lost in his anger against me. I will end this in 3 strikes. Jin said, I've read all your moves. You cannot win against me. Kajin said, you are continuing to say such pointless things. Jin pondered first, a slash from the left, after that an unconventional uppercut, then his final attack, an aura that a 4-star could never hope to block. Jin broke Kajin's sword and said, I know how many years I need until I reach 5 stars now. Kajin said, did you fool me? I did not know you were 5 stars. Jin said, no, I've never done such a thing. You simply did not know me well enough. I never get into fights that I think I'd lose. Tona twins said, what? It can't be the youngest beat Kajin? Jin said, it was not much. Soon. You said you are saying you were crushed by the youngest. Kajin said, I am truly ashamed of myself. And questioned, you did not take a bride or go easy on him for being a runkadel? Kajin said, that's not it at all. Young lady. You said, then what is it? Are you really telling me that someone who is barely 15 years old reached 5 stars in that short amount of time? Kajin said, it was not just me. All of the people at the training grounds saw it. That aura definitely exceeded 5-star. You said, forget it. It's my fault for accepting anything from the likes of you. Just fuck off. And said, this is the youngest bearing his fangs at us, is not it? You said, not just us. He's bearing his fangs at the whole family. In the youngest next mission we will have to mix in some of our kids as well. It will be someplace he'd come back from as a corpse. Back to Jin. Dilly said, young master. The Garden of Swords is bustling. Everyone is amazed by your achievements. Jin replied, really? It's the first Patriarch, Father and Sister Luna, since there have only been 3 people in the whole of Runkendel's history who became a 5-star knight at 15 years old. So it's 5-star in swordsmanship, 4-star in magic and 4-star in shadow energy. Being a 5-star in swordsmanship was something that even I did not expect. I only continued with a clear rock training as usual. I had already reached 5-star. Jin thought, it seems that if any of the 3 powers that I have, namely shadow energy, magic and aura, becomes stronger, it affects the others. Previously, even when I was in shadow energy overload, I opened one path of aura and mana flow. As I am the only one that possesses all 3 powers, there's no information, but I am sure that these 3 powers are definitely intertwined. Jin questioned, did you put these flowers here, Dilly? Dilly replied, no. When you were away, the flowers were placed in your room, so I left it. But should I get rid of it? Jin said, it's fine since there are not any magic or curses on them. Anyway, since they revealed that I became a 5-star knight at 15, my brothers will slowly start to get nervous, including brother Joshua, who has been nominated as the next Patriarch. Joshua Runkendel. When Luna Runkendel renounced her place as the first flag bearer, The second flag bearer of Runkendel was brought up as a strong candidate to become the next Patriarch under the full support of his mother, Rosa Runkendel. He is currently solidifying his position. Jin said, although it would not be bad to hide my skills for the time being, I've decided that the benefits of disclosing my achievements would be better. Since it was revealed that I am 5-star, news of me will spread outside of Runkendel. I am sure my story will be published in newsletters around the world. Nurikan said, oh my. Our kiddo was straight up complimenting himself. I am certain that if you become the center of attention, you brothers will become docile. Jin replied, that's right. More importantly, father will personally come to the Garden of Swords. Father wants someone else's heir instead of Joshua. Except for Sister Luna, father has never once been satisfied by my elder siblings. But Sister Luna, who was the only one that gained father's interest, was not interested in the throne. So father decided that she was not fit to lead the family. After that, Joshua's position as the next Patriarch solidified. Brother Diffus, Sister Runtia and Sister Mary became interim successors. This line of succession was set in stone. But since I appeared, it has changed. Jin thought father does not discriminate against age and is someone who gives everyone a chance, so he will give me an order, just like when I was a basic rank. I am certain that father's orders will contain two things. First is a trial. Will I be able to overcome the age difference between me and my brothers, who have been nominated as successors? The second is protection. Father does not want me to die at the hands of my brothers before I do the test. That is because I am a special case. Gilly said, if your story is published in newsletters, you will be bombarded with requests for visits from families and groups from all over the world. Jin said, you are right. There's no better way to deal with those visits in one go than a banquet. When father arrives, a banquet will be held. So Gilly, you should be prepared. You have to specially watch over Murikan. It will be the end for us if he secretly transforms into a human and mixes his way into the banquet. You understand, right? Murikan replied, hey, am I a child? I know that much. Gilly said, I will heed your words, young master. A few days later, Gilly said, it seems that the butlers have been busy replying to the official letters recently, young master. When I asked Pedro, it seems that even the Bement's royal family had sent an official letter. Jin replied, the Empire's royal family. That's a little fascinating. Those mystics must have been curious too. Dilly said, and through Khan, the Patriarch has sent the schedule of his home visit. He is planning on arriving 1 month later, and the visits from the other families will also be scheduled to match. But the other young ladies and masters have been fairly quiet. Jin said, if they try to keep me in check when everyone is focused on me, that's like advertising that they are either afraid or hate me. It's a matter of reputation. Suddenly, Housekeeper yelled, young master, a mission has been assigned to you. But the mission is the Colon ruins. Meanwhile, Rosa yelled, just how can you, who call yourselves flag bearers, do your jobs like this? To send the youngest to Zipple's territory. Jin entered the room. Rosa said, you are here. This girl is Runtia Runkendel's third flag bearer. The left is Fran Runkendel's fifth flag bearer and the right is Vigo Runkendel's sixth flag bearer. Rosa questioned, did you hear that your next mission is at the Colon ruins? Jin replied, yes, I have. Rosa said, that mission is cancelled. There is not way that you will go to Cologne. Anne and Mew immediately said, mother. Rosa said, shut up. You bitches are only thinking of ways to kill the youngest. Mew said, mother, is it weird for us to try and kill the youngest? Anne said, that's right, honestly. I don't understand why mother is protecting the youngest. Rosa said, what? If you are not crazy, continue spouting nonsense. Mew said, both mother and father have been silently encouraging fights between us siblings. Is not that because there was a need for competition within our family? I am sure you know that everyone here has grown with so much competition since young. And said, that's right. There have been so many times where I was sent on rigorous missions when I had just become an intermediate rank. Rosa said, all right, you are all right. Competition is needed no matter the ways and means. But have you all ever achieved the feat of becoming a 5-star at the age of 15? The youngest is different from you all. If you had achieved the same accomplishments as the youngest when you were younger, I would have protected you too. In other words, you two are not worth my protection. Seeing as you are in this state even after becoming a flag bearer, I don't really regret it. And Runtia, Ran and Vigo,